Y'all know I love me a good old goofy rebuild, and I know y'all enjoy them too. But the only thing better than a goofy rebuild is a long goofy rebuild. So today, we are gonna be rebuilding this 0 overall team for 10 years. And by the end of this, we are gonna see if we can turn this into a Super Bowl winning team. It's gonna take a lot of work, as these always do. But if you already somehow couldn't tell, 0 overall rebuilds are basically my favorite thing to do on the channel. But our main goal today is to turn this into the highest overall team in the league and see how long we can keep it there, once we do hopefully get there. But super quick, be sure to leave a like on the video. Sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. And I'm reluctant to set this goal, but I'm gonna say if we can get to 2,500 likes, it'll let me know y'all want to see a 20-year rebuild. Now, is that too much Madden in one sitting? Definitely. But I've seen people asking for it before. So again, if this video gets to 2,500 likes, it'll let me know y'all want to see that. It won't be a 0 overall rebuild, but let me know down in the comments what team I should do for a 20-year rebuild. And then very last thing, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like rebuilds, especially interesting ones, be sure to subscribe. It'll make you an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, definitely. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. Obviously, for year one, we're not going to do anything to the team. We're just going to see how horribly this team does in simulation. And it's become tradition at this point to try to predict how many points per game we're going to allow. It seems lower in Madden 25 than Madden 24 for some reason. So I'm going to guess, I mean, y'all can predict too if you want to. Pause the video and let me know down in the comments. If you get it right, you're cool, I guess. I'm going to guess 66. That's my prediction. So let's get to the end of the year and we will see how bad we get destroyed. Okay, well, the one time I guess lower than I would have expected, we do way worse than I would have expected. That sentence didn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. We allowed 78 points per game. That's more like the Madden 24 numbers. That's not great, but hey, I'm glad the numbers are higher because this is a 0 overall team. Realistically, we should be getting more than 78 points per game allowed on us. Juju at QB. As I always say, I'm surprised a 0 overall can even complete a pass, but almost 1,000 yards, no touchdowns, and 54 picks. Great. Chris Jones is a starting running back, negative 84 yards. Awesome. Nazee Johnson, 400 yards. That's actually not horrible. This O-line did better than some of my actual good O-lines, as I always say, because that's what always happens. And then we had a ton of tackles, no TFLs, no sacks, no picks. Nothing too notable happened in this simulation, but still interesting to see how a 0 overall team does. Also, Christian McCaffrey at 4 for MVP. Bryce Young was starting still, and Derek Carr actually did well. Is this the old version of my rosters? Why was Bryce Young still starting? I lowered him to like a 67 or something. I don't know what I did, but he's up to an 80, 82. All right, Madden, whatever you say. Sure thing. But obviously, we're not going to have anyone for any of these awards. So let's get straight into rebuilding this team. I don't know if we're going to do much in free agency. I don't know how many players are going to be interested in joining this team, but we should have an interesting draft. I'm going to use a little bit different of a strategy than I normally do in the draft. It might make us worse next year, but we're going to be bad next year no matter what, but it should help us in the future, in the long run. But ooh, in free agency, I think this is the exact same free agent class I had in the last rebuild I did. Because yeah, we were split between the two running backs, Nick Chubb and Najee Harris, and then we ended up getting neither of them. I wouldn't mind Nick Chubb though. I know that's a weird first signing because he's already 29, but again, as I always say, running back is arguably the most important position in Madden. In real life, it's like the least important. I mean, it's important, but just replaceable. But in Madden, you have to have a great one or you almost can't do well. But I don't really see anyone else here that I want. I think it's better to just draft for the rest of our team. We'd want to go for younger players. I guess we could go for like Mekhi Becton, but he's not interested. Really, not many players here are interested. Can't really blame them. But okay, we're going to sign Nick Chubb, hopefully, and then Tutu Atwell as a just-in-case option at receiver, just in case we can't add better ones through the draft. You know, it's going to be hard to fill out this entire roster with one draft class. We'll try our best through trading down, but I doubt we're going to be able to fill all 3 receiver spots and every other position on the roster. So we'll try to sign Tutu Atwell, but these 2 players, do they want to sign? We get both of them. That's pretty massive. At least Nick Chubb. I love me a massive Chubb, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, also the CPU signed some practice squad guys. I guess that helps. I guess I'll leave them. But all right, let's see what we can do in the draft. I think it's a good class, but we'll see. But obviously we have the #1 #1 overall pick, the Texans pick at #4. That's a certified EA moment, but here's what my strategy is going to be. Normally, we take a quarterback with our first round pick in these 0 overall rebuilds. And maybe I've done this before, I don't know, but we are not going to take a quarterback here. I've definitely done this before, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. I remember, but I think it worked out pretty well. We're going to try to build this team up around a future quarterback. We're going to try to lay out the roster first, get this O-line good, get this receiving core good, try to build the defense up a little bit, and then bring a QB in next year and finish off the rest of the defense and add any other pieces through the draft that we need to. I guess it did focus scout Greg Eberle, or however you say that. He looks good, but we're not going to take him here. I focus scouted these 3 at the top just in case one of them was crazy, but no, of course not. But all right, we're going to trade this pick down. We want to pick up as many draft picks as we can. And are there any top 5 talents that we have scouted? Ooh, there's one. Eric Davenport, a center. I made O-line our focus position, interior O-line, and it worked out pretty well. There's some good ones. 3 straight up first round talent right guards. Okay, we're looking pretty good. But okay, we're going to be taking a decent amount from the Colts here to trade down. We're going to get a first this year, a first next year, which is hopefully going to be a good pick, but the first this year is obviously pick 10. I always trade down from 1 to 10. I don't know why that's always what I do. If I have a #1 pick and I trade down, but that's what I do. We're getting a second this year, next year, a third this year, and then a fourth next year. I always just base this trade off of the unfortunate Bryce Young trade up. So that's, I guess, about the value I'm trying to shoot for here. It's tough because there was a player, DJ Moore, involved in that trade, but whatever. Crazy looking back on that, how much of a scam that was. And the fact that no disrespect to the Bears, but kind of crazy that didn't immediately make them a contender winning a trade that heavily. I don't know. I guess it's tough with a rookie QB. You can't expect a whole lot as a rookie, but still. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get to pick 10. And maybe I should have traded down more, because of course there is the top 5 talent center, but he isn't supposed to go until like pick 47. And I don't know if there's really anyone else I want here. Well, I guess David Barrett is still available, but honestly, some of these other receivers look better. I kind of like Larry Leach. Only ran a 4.54, but has elite agility and acceleration. Has a few A ratings. What's Barrett's speed? Ooh, see, he only has solid speed, good agility, solid acceleration. His ratings do kind of look better. Well, do they though? I think it's just because Leach isn't fully scouted. I don't know, it's close. Plus, Leach is a year younger. I'm just kind of ignoring Espinoza because he's 23. He's also oh no, he's a playmaker, never mind. He has A deep route though, A medium route. He's kind of interesting too. He might be really good. If he has A deep route and his playmaker ability is still even better than his deep threat overall, then that's interesting. But the only problem is he isn't very fast either. I think I'm just gonna go Leach, maybe risky because again, he isn't fully scouted, but comparing him 1-to-1 against Barrett, the only thing I see that Barrett has a better rating at is his spec catch. I guess Barrett technically could be better if some of those A ratings are like super good, but we'll take Leach. Good call. #5 player in the class. Never mind. That was a terrible pick. Normal dev. Awesome. Whatever. I picked a good player. That's really all I can do. Well, I don't know how to feel about that. I guess we can try to win him Offensive Rookie of the Year, but it's gonna be tough with most likely a UDFA QB. But we have why did I forget we had our own second round pick? I was like, what's this pick? I'm not very smart, but there are still some good QBs left, or at least they look good. Dom Booth. I mean, he looks good, but I would rather go with Eric Davenport. You know, I'll take our second top 5 talent of this draft if I have to. Ranked #3 in the class, got him at 33. If he had normal dev, I was gonna scream. Thank you. I mean, he's already 23, so it's gonna be tough to develop him. I mean, not that tough, but tougher than it should be. But we'll still take him. Now, with our second round pick, I'm almost thinking about trading this one down too, but there are still really good players like Perry Baldwin. Those QBs, ooh, wait a minute. They are still here. Okay, I probably won't go with Hudson Beal. I don't love the D short accuracy. I do love the elite throw power. Or no, he only has great throw power. Never mind. This guy's terrible. I'm good. I'm interested by Dom Booth though. I realize he isn't great, but this is stupid. What am I doing? We should build the team up now, take a really good QB later. So I think we're either gonna trade down or take Perry Baldwin. Probably would be a good idea to, you know, fix this O-line, but I think we can get away with trading down again. Ooh, although, wait, the safeties. Hold on. Hold on. Alex Caldwell, what's your speed? good, decent excel. Okay, maybe not, but the A-man, A awareness is interesting. Also only C pursuit, B to D player ec. He looked better on paper. Still probably good, but I was thinking top 5 talent, and I don't think he's that, but good. Braylon Walker also looks pretty good at safety. He's faster. But okay, I do think we're gonna trade down again. I don't know what we're gonna get here, but something. The more picks, the merrier. Okay, we're gonna pick up an extra third. We're gonna trade down to 58, which is kind of steep. I don't love that value, just getting a third, basically trading from the beginning to the end of the second, but yeah, it's fine. Probably not a good idea to, you know, trade with the Bears either for picks after recent events. Damn it, the guard's gone. All right, I figured, but I was hoping he would still be here. But there are still good linemen, like not as good, but close. This is kind of rare, but I honestly might hit the trade block after the draft. We'll see, because now that I think about it, I don't know what we would trade, but I am really worried about this pass rush. I guess we don't need to be good immediately, but I would like to help our other players develop. Ooh, wait. Cassius Pratt is a 20-year-old prospect. Again, y'all know what I say about 20-year-old prospects. I closed out a franchise somehow. Cool. Oh, and it sent us back to the Bears pick. Awesome. What I always say about 20-year-old prospects is pick them, because even if they aren't amazing, being 20 years old in Madden is like being born rich. Is that a weird connection? I don't know. It's just such a privilege. It's so easy to develop a 20-year-old prospect. It's unbelievable. Just let them see the field and they will become good. So we're going to take him. Ranked 23. Not only is he young, but he is good. Of course, no dev trait because we can't have nice things, but we'll still take it. And then I don't know how many more picks I can show, but as long as there are good players on the board, I guess I'll show these picks. We're running out of good linemen, unfortunately, but there is still another one, Lane St. Clair. We'll take him. Ranked 36. Our first non-first round talent pick, but close. Hudson Beal's still available. If he lasts any longer, pause, I might have to take him at some point. Same with Bryce Carr. I mean, I guess that would be better than starting a UDFA QB. But all right, I think I'm about out of players that are obviously good. Clay Richmond might be, but I don't know how exciting a linebacker pick is. Ooh, he looks really good though. Hold on. There are usually like first to second round talent run stopper linebackers, so is he one of those? I mean, that's still a good pick, but whatever. Of course, normal dev. Have we only picked one hidden, or I guess 2? That's rough, but what can you really do? But all right, last pick I'm gonna show. Let's go with Devin Bartell. I've taken players that look like this before that are horrible. I've taken players that look like this before that are great. So I have no idea. I don't know what the defining factor is for a deep threat being good, but I would assume a deep route would help, and having 4.33 speed, a 4.27 at your pro day. Only good acceleration, but great speed. B catching, B spec catch, probably mid, and probably normal dev, but we'll take him. Ranked 53. Does have hidden dev, so we'll take it. But I'll make a few more picks here, and hopefully we can find some more good players. But okay, here is how we did in the draft. I was gonna say this didn't feel like the best class ever, but I forgot, you know, we got 2 top 5 talents. It's always a good day when you do that, especially when you didn't spend any top 5 picks. Of course, no dev trait on Larry Leach, but I mean, he's a good player. Not much I can do about the dev trait, but I picked a good player, so what can you really do? Also, 36 injury? Why? But 85 medium route, 94 excel, 86 catching. Eric Davenport, 81 overall. I was hoping he could be a little better, but honestly from his ratings, like he doesn't have the best run block power, so I figured he wasn't like an 84 or anything, but still is really good. He'll have to stay at center for us because he's only 6'1". I was thinking about maybe putting him at tackle, but no. I guess this isn't a realistic rebuild, but whatever. And then Cassius Pratt, 77 overall, 94 speed. He's good. St. Clair is a good center. I mean, we're going to have to play somebody at tackle. I guess St. Clair's, oh God, he's going to be so bad at tackle. He's a pass protector type, but he's going to somehow allow more sacks than our 0 overall players, so that'll be fun. But that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to accept our fate there, unless we do actually want to try the 0 overall players there again. No, we'll try to fill the roster out with UDFAs. But Clay Richmond is really good, at least. Same with Devin Bartell. I mean, towards the end of this, there isn't really anyone of note, other than, I guess, Clayton Jennings, the classic hidden dev, probably X-Factor blocking tight end. I mean, whenever I say they have X-Factor, it usually makes them not have it, but whenever I don't expect it, they have X-Factor. So, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, also we picked Blackwell, who I'm going to move to D-tackle. He'll probably go up. Oh yeah, he had hidden dev. Ooh, he goes up to a 75. Okay, that was a really good pick too. But all right, let's get into year 2. Really good first draft. Of course, the best player in the class went to our division rival, the Chargers. Antonio Claiborne, an 83 overall linebacker. I mean, at least he's just a linebacker, but still. But all right, let's get into year 2, and we will see how the team's looking. Again, I'll fill out the rest of the roster with some random UDFAs. Hopefully there's some okay ones. But okay, here we are heading into year 2. We're looking interesting. This is a really weird team. Even weirder than usual for 0 overall rebuilds, because usually in year 1 we grab a QB, but we are gonna have Clay Waldron as our quarterback this year. I mean, what is there to say about him? He's fast. He has 84 speed, 86 XL. That's about where the positives stop, but at least he has that. And you know, he has some solid weapons, I guess. I mean, he's a good running back. That's always a big help. The O-line is definitely questionable, but better than it was last year. And then here's the defense, a lot more questionable than the offense, but we expected that. It's pretty much, I think it is literally all rookies, most of them undrafted, but I guess we did draft a few. But the best player on our defense being Josh Blackwell. Isn't that the name of like a Jags corner or something? I don't know. Maybe it's something Blackwell, but he already did develop 2 overall throughout the preseason. So, I mean, I normally think that means he has a good dev trait, but a lot of the time when I bring it up, they always have star. So he's also probably gonna have star, but we'll see. You never know. Hopefully he is superstar or even X Factor. I've seen crazier stuff in this game, but I guess our goal for this first year is just development, and then we'll fix some of our other problems next year and then continue to build the team. So let's get to the mid-season point of this first year. And can we get a win already? I mean, there's a chance. Again, running backs absolutely carry in Madden, I guess. Literally, they carry, haha, that's hilarious, whatever, but you know what I mean. They can carry a pretty bad team to actually getting a few wins. Now that I say that, we're gonna have no wins by the midseason, but honestly, I hope so. We're only a 73. We shouldn't be winning games yet. Okay, we already have 2 wins at the midseason. I guess being the Chiefs in Madden also does help. Our offense is terrible, but our defense is not as terrible. I mean, we have the 2nd best pass D in the league, and it's not just because our run D is so bad that teams are just choosing to run all over us. Our run D isn't bad either. I mean, it's not great, but it's 18th. That's better than it should be. Honestly, stats-wise, we're doing, like, better than 2 and 4. I mean, it's close. Seems about right for 2 and 4, actually, but overall-wise, we should not be winning any games yet. Let me see. Okay, Clay Waldron is doing pretty well. Almost 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 picks through the first 6 games. Of course, Nick Chubb carrying the team. Again, literally. Damn it, wait. I wanted to get Bartell more catches than Atwell. I'll change some things on the depth chart. Damian Humphries is also horrible. St. Clair is terrible despite being our 2nd highest overall lineman. Davenport is doing great so far though. And we actually have some sacks. I thought it would be 0, honestly. This just proves how good the Chiefs are in Madden. I mean, not like we're great, but we're still, again, better than we should be. And do we have anyone to re-sign? I guess some UDFAs. I do want to re-sign. Actually, re-signing players sometimes makes them do worse. I don't know if I'm going to re-sign anyone yet, but we definitely will be at the end of the year. I mean, there are some guys here that are doing better than they should be, so they should develop. But let's get to the end of this first, or I guess 2nd year. Kind of feels like the first year, but it is the 2nd year. And we'll see if we win any more games. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't, but I guess I also wouldn't be surprised if we do. We'll see. Okay, we actually do sneak by with a few more wins. We finish 5 and 12 with, I guess, what is now a 78 overall team. So, you know, I saw that's what the Commanders were at the midseason, so I guess we aren't the worst by a lot. I'm assuming they've developed a little bit. Yeah, I mean, 1 overall. So we are just barely the lowest overall team. So hey, I guess 5 wins is maybe fair. But now for the interesting part, let's check out the stats. Okay, Clay Waldron on paper right there, 3,800 yards, 33 passing touchdowns. That's pretty good. But how about the picks? Okay, 24. See, if he did well enough, I would have genuinely thought about just keeping him and starting him next year, but 24 picks is kind of a lot. Now, to be fair, he did get sacked 45 times. Now, I don't know how many of those were his fault, how many were the O-line being horrible. I guess we'll never know. Oh, what? Okay, I forgot that. See, I used to complain that in last year's game, it seemed too hard to develop younger players, like they just didn't develop quick enough. But now I almost feel like it's too easy. Maybe I should think about lowering the XP sliders for some younger players. But then when I do that, some players who actually do super super well don't develop as much as they should, who are lower overall, who are lower overalls and really young players. That's kind of the dilemma I'm in, because Clay Waldron, I don't think he developed to, or deserved to develop up to a 77. I mean, I guess a 77 isn't great. He's only the 30th ranked QB. Maybe that's fair. I don't know. On paper, developing from a 64 to a 77 in 1 year, throwing 24 picks, is kind of crazy. But I mean, we'll have to think about him as our starter next year now, because him playing a full year as a 77 and developing even more, he could genuinely become good. We'll see. But Nick Chubb, Jesus, 1,300 yards on only 217 carries, 6.1 per carry. Jesus. Yeah, that was a good signing. I mean, he's gonna be 30, so he's gonna regress, but it's still pretty good. But Larry Leach, 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns as a rookie. He's gonna get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's absolutely gonna be number 2, and I'm absolutely gonna cry. Tutu Atwell did really well. Clayton Jennings, 800 yards. I'm honestly surprised he didn't do better, because I'm sure y'all have seen how tight ends do in the Chiefs offensive scheme. But Bartell, only 600 yards. See, usually the number 3 receiver in the Chiefs offense gets more production than the 2. Not even necessarily just the slot receiver, but just if you list the 3rd guy on the depth chart, they'll get more production than the 2. So that's what I tried to do for the second half of the year, but Atwell still got more production. I didn't have Atwell as a slot. I had Leach as the slot and the number 1, so he got a ton of production. I guess I'll never know how this offense works, but whatever. Also, St. Clair was horrible at left tackle, even worse than I expected. Humphreys was terrible, but that's to be expected because he is bad. Same with Bolton. DeAndre Sloan actually did well, and thankfully our highest overall lineman actually played like the best. That's kind of rare. But Eric Davenport has superstar dev. That's huge. Up to an 85. We'll take it. And then on defense, Clay Richmond, 114 tackles, led the team. 109 for Hopkins. TFL's 22 for Blackwell, 16 for Childers, 12 for Livingston. And sacks, not great, but Blackwell had a very good year. 22 TFLs, 4.5 sacks. Only 2.5 for Childers, or Childers. I don't know what that last name is. I've literally never seen that last name in real life. I don't know how to say it. I'm just assuming Childers. Really terrible. I don't think Childers got a sack in the second half of the year, by the way. Or not even second half of the year. Like, after the first 6 games, I don't think he got a sack. So that's cool. Unless Blackwell's the one who had 2.5 sacks in the midseason, which maybe, but still, none of them were great. But interceptions, 3 for Richmond, Hurst, and Benson, and then 2 for Hopkins, 1 for Quantrez Knight, who I didn't even know we had. Sure. What? Excuse me? Justin Fields wins MVP, now on the Rams. He's done well for the Steelers so far. Not really MVP well, but he's done well. With him doing well, I wouldn't imagine the Steelers would just let him go, and apparently they do, so he goes to the Rams and wins MVP. Only in Madden. Only in Madden. Also, the rookie, Greg Eberle, who we were looking at, or again, however you say that last name, never seen that last name in real life, but I see it a lot in Madden. Actually, maybe I've seen it in real life, I don't know, but I've never heard it pronounced. Whatever. I'm rambling a lot today. I'm sorry. I guess I always do. But what team are we? We're the Chiefs. So obviously nobody up here for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Quinnen Williams. No Chiefs. Interesting players once again. Most of them normal, but still. And we get cucked, of course. Greg Eberle must have had a monster year. That really sucks. I mean, hopefully Leach can still somehow get at least star dev, but we needed him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, only having normal. Jennings at 2, Waldron at 7. I mean, I know he threw a lot of picks, but that's still kind of crazy. He's all the way down there. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Andrew Callaway for the Patriots, Richmond at 3. Damn, I thought we actually did well enough to win both, but we were close, but not close enough. Blackwell at 6, Hopkins at 7, Hurst at 8, Childers at 10. Unlucky, but I guess it's only year 1. We still have a ton of time to save this team. I keep lying. It's not year 1, it's year 2, but close enough. Whatever. First year with a not 0 overall team, but year 2. But let's get into the second offseason here, where we should be a little more free agent heavy if there are good ones that are actually interested in the team. We'll see. But we are going to have some interesting re-signings too. Again, players develop a lot easier in this game, whether they deserve it or not. So there are some guys we maybe should bring back. Walter Goodson being the first one, up to a 75 overall at corner. Now it's going to be hard to bring him back because of course he isn't interested at all. He does re-sign. I wish you could sign sign UDFAs to 3-year deals. Isn't that what they get in real life? Is there a name for those deals? I can't remember. But whatever the UDFA deals are, they're like 3 years, I'm pretty sure. I wish that was a thing in Madden. I don't know why it's not. Just little things like that in franchise are just, it's so weird that it isn't a thing. You know what I mean? It's not like the end of the world, but also it's just like, why is it not a thing? But somehow Jaleel Childers got star dev. He wasn't that good. I mean, he was okay. It doesn't say why he got it. Oh, I guess the TFLs, but like the sacks are what you want. you had 2.5. Maybe this will help him start to play better a little bit. 2 years, 22. He takes it. And then Clay Waldron is the big one. Damn, he's already kind of expensive. he's asking for almost 20 mil a year. I don't know that we can do that. It would really pain me if we let him go and he becomes really good for another team, but I did set QB as our focus position. So we're going to get a QB in the draft, one way or another. Unless they all suck, then that's a skill issue, I guess. I don't know, but we just can't afford to pay him almost 20 mil a year. It would be over 20 mil because he's not interested. So that's tough. But Michael Hopkins also got star dev. We'll go 5 years, 40. He takes it. These rookie deals are not cheap, or I guess re-signings. John Benson at safety. We'll go 4 years, 23. He takes it. And then Matthias Hale. Why did he get star dev? He didn't even develop. He resigns. Cool. Maybe he had a couple picks. I don't remember. I already forgot. But I think that's all the players we're going to re-sign. Wait, actually our right guard did pretty well, right? Who was our right guard? I actually don't know. Oh no, it was someone we drafted. Never mind. So we don't have to re-sign him. But all right, let's get into free agency once again, and we will see who we can sign. Also, yep, I called it. Jennings has X Factor. Now, did he gain that or did he have it? Okay, he gained it. So he had Superstar, but went up to X Factor. I wish it would tell you why. I'm just going to assume it's a Pro Bowl. That's probably what it is. No? I guess it just must be for yards. I don't know. Who knows? But we'll take that. And also, I was right about Blackwell developing quickly through the preseason. He also has X Factor. He also gained it, so he only had Superstar. But, okay, crisis averted. The big issue was, even though we had a good draft class, we just didn't have that many dev traits from the class, but we gained some pretty good ones, thankfully. Also, Richmond gained star dev, and we really didn't gain many on offense. Just Jennings. Leach, unfortunately, didn't get one, which really sucks, but what can you do? But in free agency, again, it's about the same as always. For year 2, it's Deebo Samuel, and then kind of a bunch of older players. I guess not everyone here is older, but most of them. Of course, Waldron's the best free agent QB. I guess we'll offer him like a team-friendly deal, like 3 years, 52. That's not like super team-friendly for how he played, but he was fine. I don't know why I'm hating so much, but kind of weird he developed up to a 77, that's all. I am kind of thinking about one of these receivers, because honestly, like, are any of our receivers a long-term option at this point? The only one that could be, I guess any of them could be, but the most likely one would be Leach, if we can somehow get him star dev next year, but it's going to be harder than winning offensive rookie of the year. I don't know, Deebo is already 30. It's not like he would be a long-term option either. We'll just stick with our receivers for now and then worry about it later. Is that always a good strategy? No, but we're okay at receiver. We can survive. I do want to sign Taylor Moton as always, because he's like the one consistently good tackle in this game. Literally the one. Now that I say that, he's going to suck when we sign him, but we'll see. And I kind of want a pass rusher. I just don't like drafting them. A lot of the time they're either inconsistent or just terrible. There isn't really a pass rusher here I'm in love with, though. It looks like Trayvon Walker's actually been doing well. How expensive is he? 14 mil a year? I guess we kind of have the money. How about player friendly 2 years 25? That isn't much better, but a little better. Ooh, and Ivan Pace? Not interested. That's tough. How about Martin Emerson? He's really cheap for some reason. And then I think that's all we're going to do here. I don't want to go like too crazy for budget signings, just because, you know, we can fill out the rest of the roster through the draft, and that would probably be better than signing a lot of these players. Yeah, now that I think about it, actually, maybe we shouldn't go for all these guys, especially Waldron. I mean, that's kind of just a waste. He could do well, but even if he does, I don't know, we focus scouted QB. We should be able to get one. So these are the 3 players we'll actually go for. Taylor Moton, Martin Emerson, and Trayvon Walker. All 3 have, you know, I guess their roles on the team. The one I care about the least is Martin Emerson, because, like, I don't know how much he's gonna ever develop here. I guess he could, but we'll see. I guess same with Trayvon Walker, but our pass rush was just so terrible last year that hopefully he'll be an upgrade. And then obviously Taylor Moton's good in this game. So let's see if these 3 sign. We get Emerson, but that's it. Trayvon Walker doesn't sign. I guess I would be fine doing neutral. It's only a 2-year deal. Whatever. Okay, Taylor Moton does sign. That's huge. That's the major one I wanted. And Trayvon Walker still doesn't sign. Okay, well, that's sim the week. We'll see if he does finally sign. And he does. Okay, cool. So these, they don't look like a whole lot on paper. I mean, an 83, an 80, and a 78. But again, they should hopefully have their roles and make an impact. We'll see. No guarantees, but hopefully. But in the draft, we have some decent picks. I was hoping our pick could be a little higher, but I mean, 5 is pretty good. And thankfully, the Colts weren't great. So we have 2 top 10 picks. I mean, we have 5 and 10. But once again, unfortunately, we really didn't scout any top 5 talents. I mean, I guess we did last year, but at least at the quarterback position, of course, it isn't as good of a class. Now, there is one decent QB, Cedric Simpson, but he's already 23, of course. No draftable UDFAs or anything, but I do think we are going to have to take Simpson if he's available. I don't know what we're going to do with the first pick, though. I focus scouted Max Mahoney. That throw looked kind of Mahoney. I don't know. I don't want to try to do a Tony Romo impression. I know I can't. I'm surprised he's not a top 5 talent because he looks like one, but he's good either way. So we'll probably take him, but with our like 5th overall pick, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't really see any amazing corners or safeties. I don't know if I would want to take a safety top 5 though. There are good receivers for sure, but that's like the last of our needs. Ty Leno looks really good. Ooh, Jabari Fulton also looks really good. What's your speed? Good speed, good excel. That's a lot of A ratings, only D catch in traffic, but still. We might trade down again. Most of y'all know how much hatred I have for drafting tackles early, because 99% of the time I'll pick one and they're like a 73 overall and I get really mad about it. So I think we're just gonna trade this pick down. Is that lame? Maybe, but I'd rather be lame than reach. I don't know where we're gonna trade this pick down to. Maybe like 20? I don't even know what we would do at 20 though. That's probably too early for Mahoney, too late for Leno. What if we trade down to like 15 and take another receiver? I guess that's something we could do. This is tough. Give me a second to strategize so I'm not just yapping here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think if Danny Walford is still available by pick 5, I might take him because he's a playmaker receiver with 4.34 speed. Great speed, elite agility, and acceleration. The only problem is, like, he doesn't have that many A ratings. I guess maybe A medium route. He has A catching, that's cool. But only B spec catch, B short route, B catch in traffic. Could also have A deep route, hopefully. But I don't know, that is a risky pick because he might not have good medium or deep route running. I think it's just better to trade back. We'll see. If he's there, we'll think about it. He isn't. Okay, I'm fine with that. There is also Arthur Grant, who looks absolutely horrific. Oh my, this dude might be like a 71 overall. No speed, no pass rush moves. I mean, B power moves should be fine, but it's gonna be like a 72. C to F finesse. No thanks, I'm okay. And he's projected to be the number 6 pick. Are these just back-to-back not great draft classes? I don't know, because there are no good corners either. No good safeties. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't even know if there's a top 5 talent center. Like, where are the good players? Or just interior O-line in general. But yeah, where are the good players? It must have been some of those receivers. That's like the only thing I could think of. And maybe Geddes was better than I expected. Maybe Lowell. I mean, Lowell or Lowell, whatever, had 41 bench reps, so he was probably good, but some of his other ratings were questionable. I don't know, man, but let's trade down. I don't want to make this pick. I don't love this draft class. Let's go down to like, let's go down to like, I would trade out of the first, but I don't know how much, I don't know if that's something we could do here, but I'm going to trade back to like 30 or 29 because I do know at least one player I want, of course. All right, we're going to steal the Cowboys' top 3 picks for the next 2 years. That's a lot of value, but they're trading up for a top 5 pick from the end of the first. Like, these are not, they're not high picks. So it's a fair deal, I would think. But let's get to pick 10 and we know what we're going to do here. We could even maybe trade down more technically, because this is going to look like a terrible pick on paper. I mean, Simpson's going to be ranked like 40 or something, probably. He only has D throw on the run, C play action, but we need a QB. Not on a UDFA deal, preferably. Or I guess not even a UDFA deal, whatever Waldron was on, just a 1 year. Like, we need a long-term, decent QB. So, Cedric Simpson, again, this is going to look horrible on paper, but we'll take him anyways. Actually ranked 24, that isn't too bad. Does have hidden dev, thankfully. thankfully. Okay, we'll take it. 96 throw power, hidden dev, 85 excel. That's cool. I'm perfectly okay with that. That's great. That's almost best case scenario, because first to second round talents start at pick 24, right? Or is it 23? I don't know, but pretty sure rank 24 is like at least close to the highest possible rated first to second round talent, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I think we got pretty lucky there. But now let's go with Max Mahoney. I mean, I guess I see why he isn't a top 5 talent. He only has decent strength, but he has 3 elite traits, great speed, and lots of A ratings. Just not the best power in the world, but we'll still take him. Rank 21. I was hoping he would be a little better than that, honestly. He's probably only going to be like a 76, but whatever. He's good. He'll start. We need linemen. It's fine. And now there's literally one player we have scouted out of the like first to second round talents or projections, and it's a day 3 QB. That's cool. God, this receiver core or receiver class, that's what I'm trying to say, looks terrible. There were some good ones at the beginning, but that went away pretty quick. But ooh, Antonio Swan is kind of interesting. I don't know if we need to take him yet because he's a second to third round projection, so we could probably take him late second, but 42 bench reps, that sounds pretty good. His ratings aren't like the best, but there are a few A's snuck in there a little bit. I don't know if he's amazing, but I think he's good, dare I say. I wouldn't even bank on that necessarily, but he might be good. Again, I don't know if I suck or if this draft class is terrible. I can't tell. I'm looking, believe me. I'm so sick of taking defensive tackles. They always look so good, but they're always so not good. I mean, A awareness, A player rec, A finesse moves with 494 speed at 303 pounds is pretty interesting, but I'm sure this guy won't be as good as he looks because he's not that great of a run defender. I might just simulate the rest of this draft out. That never goes well, though. I don't know if I want to do that. But all right, I think I will go with the guard, Antonio Swan. He looks good. Rank number 9. Okay, he is a good player. We did thankfully get a top 10 talent in this class. I was thinking the center we just took could be that good, but I guess at least Swan makes up for it. Also, doesn't look a thing like his face scan. Like, that's two different people. But let's see, last pick that I'm going to show, I think. Last decent player I can find, Jelani Archer. I think the fastest corner in the class, elite speed, great acceleration. See, like, that's what 4.31 speed should be all the time. Maybe not even elite, but at least like 2 greats. Great speed, great excel. I just hate it when there are like 4.5 speed receivers or corners that have great speed and great excel, and then you find a 4.30 corner or receiver and they'll have like great speed, solid excel. I'm like, how does that happen? I mean, 40 time isn't everything in terms of speed, but it's at least close. Closer than it is in Madden to how fast they actually are on the field. But we'll take Archer. Rank number 8. Okay, we're making up for the first 2 picks. Not that the first 2 picks were bad, they just weren't insane, but we got number 9 and number 8 back to back. Can we get number 7 with the next pick? I can guarantee we won't, but all right, I'm done picking. I think I might just simulate the rest out. I might make one more pick. We'll see, but let's see how we did in the draft. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. Honestly, I won't say that we did about as well as we could have, because I'm sure there's something else we could have done different, but we did pretty well. Cedric Simpson, obviously the best QB in the class, we knew that, but 76 overall, thankfully hidden dev, of course. I mean, y'all have seen him. There isn't really much else for me to show, but he's good. Not the best short accuracy in the world, 78, but pretty good at everything else. I mean, 96 throw power isn't bad. Then Max Mahoney's fine, 76 overall. Like, that was a good pick. Ranked 23, got him at 29. But Antonio Swan, the first of our really good picks, 78 overall. I don't know where we're going to play him. Probably left guard, I would guess. We'll have to see. We might do some shuffling of the O-line because our left tackle wasn't great last year. St. Clair or whatever his name is. And then our second really good pick, Jelani Archer, 78 overall. Good player, good man, really good speed. I'm sure there was a better corner somewhere, but I mean, he's good either way. And then Ty Goodwell, I was looking at him earlier and I did decide to go with him. Again, I'm sure there was a better receiver, but 81 deep route, 96 agility and acceleration, 95 speed, 83 spec catch. Some pretty good ratings. I don't know about a Chiefs number 19 receiver. That's not great. Kadarius Toney, but whatever. I also took James Clifton, a blocking tight end. He has hidden dev, so that's probably X factor. I made almost every pick in this draft. Benford and Berger, I took 2 more linemen. They're pretty good. Clifford isn't great. Oh, I thought he had hidden dev. I guess not. I took him because he had A power moves. He was an outside linebacker. I moved him to defensive end. Well, that's tough. And then my last pick was McCann. He sucks. And there's an invisible player again. It's a 69 overall running back. He's whatever. So good draft class. pass. No 80 overalls. We did get a couple top 10 players, but no top 5s. Oh, Geddes was really good at corner. I didn't think he was. I guess he's just fast, but I mean, I guess I figured he was pretty good, but he isn't insane. There wasn't really anyone that was insane. Hatcher was the best receiver. Walford was close, so if we took Walford, that would have been fine. Bailey was really good, so I guess that would have been a fine pick, but I'm glad we traded down. Oh, and I was gonna say Schaefer probably would have been better than Mahoney, but we took Mahoney after Schaefer had already been picked, so whatever. Definitely not the best draft class I've ever seen, though. But let's get into year 3, and we will see how the team's looking. We should be almost competitive this year. We'll see, though. No promises, but we should be better than last year, at least. Now, will we be? I don't know, but we should be. But okay, here we are heading into year 3. We are up to a 79 overall. Definitely better than the 73 we were last year, and obviously the 0 we were the year before. So we're at least getting somewhere already. And I don't know, it definitely won't be like one of the best overall teams by the end of the year, but it could be close. I mean, even though we are only a 79 right now, you gotta remember this is like the youngest team in the league by a mile. I am a little scared about our defense too, though. Like, there are interesting players here, but really only one good player. I guess at least right now, like, Richmond is pretty good. Our corners in Trayvon Walker are pretty good, but Blackwell's really the only, like, good player. So I feel good about our offense, but I feel a little worse about our defense, so that means our defense is going to be great and our offense is going to be horrible. Can't wait. But let's get to the midseason point, and we'll see how this team does. I have zero clue. We could be great, we could be horrible, we could be like 3 and 4. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, good call. We are 3 and 4. That's still probably better than we should be at only an 80 overall. I'm surprised we've only developed up to an 80 so far. But yeah, 3 and 4, not too bad. I mean, we're doing better than the Steelers. They're 0 and 6. The Texans are 1 and 5. Okay. Why is Bartell our number 1 receiver this year? I don't understand this offense. Now Leach is the number 2. I wanted Leach to be the number 1 so he can get a dev trait. I wanted Goodwell to be the number 2 and then Bartell to be the 3, but it's literally the opposite in terms of receptions. I mean, it's close-ish, but I don't understand how this playbook works. But either way, we're doing pretty well. I'm sure our blocking's terrible. Let's see. Well, actually, only 11 sacks so far. Okay, that's not bad at all. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Taylor Moton kind of sucks. I expected a lot better from him, but other than him, it's pretty good. But what kind of re-signings do we have? Nothing important. Cool. I mean, there are a few starters. Like, I think Jeremy Reinhart starts, and like, that's it. I guess our kicker and punter. So let's just get to the end of year 3, and we will see how this team does. Hopefully we can finish well, but I shouldn't say what I want to happen because now it's not going to happen, so I just won't say anything and we'll see how we finish. Okay, literally, word for word, what I was going to say is as long as we don't go 8 and 9, that's fine. And then we go 8 and 9. The reason I don't want to go 8 and 9 is because obviously we don't make the playoffs going 8 and 9, and we don't have a very good pick now. I mean, unless that Cowboys pick is great, which it's the Cowboys in Madden, so they probably went 17 and 0. Like, unless that's good, we're cooked. I mean, it's fine. We've gotten good draft picks. Actually, going 8 and 9, we have pick 10. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I thought it would be like 14, but we'll take 10. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, I guess there are always a billion like 9 and 8, 10 and 7 teams in Madden because simulation is so weird. Everyone just steals wins from each other and everyone ends up being about mid. But Cedric Simpson as a rookie was pretty good. 4,400 yards, 37 touchdowns. Still, the picks are a little high, 16, but a lot better than Waldron did. I should have waited to check his dev trait. I mean, it wouldn't have been exciting either way. It's only star, but that's tough. I figured, but that's still tough. But Nick Chubb didn't get nearly as many touches this year. Only 167, but to be fair, he wasn't as good. 727 yards, only 4.4 per carry, which is still good, but it's not 6.1. I'm not expecting him to hit 6.1, but still, I thought he would do a little better. But Larry Leach, okay, he did end up as our number 1 receiver. I wish it was only him, or I at least wish Goodwell was the number 2, so he could maybe win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but maybe that's good, because I would rather have Simpson win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He'll probably get number 2, because this game hates me, but 18 touchdowns for Larry Leach. We'll take it. 1,100 for Bartell, 840 for Jennings and Goodwell. And then St. Clair sucked. Davenport really sucked, but the rest of our line was good for Madden at least. Ooh, and our defense, okay, 121 tackles for Richmond, 110 for Hopkins, 16 TFLs for Walker, 12 for Blackwell, 10 for Childers, but sacks. 12 for Trayvon Walker led the team, 10 for Childers, 8.5 for Blackwell. Damn. I thought it would be like 12 total between these three, not 30 and a half. Is that what it, yeah, 30 and a half. That's pretty good between just 3 players. But Jelani Archer and Clay Richmond both had 3 picks, 2 for Emerson and then 1 for a couple players. But Jalen Hurts wins MVP. At least that's kind of different. We don't see him win MVP much. It's usually either Dak or Lamar, or I guess Justin Fields last year, or Patrick Mahomes. But there's no more Patrick Mahomes in this simulation. I deleted him. Kenny Pickett on the Jets? Okay, sure. Soon we'll get Mac Jones up here, and we'll get Bryce Young up here again, and whoever else. Can't wait. I'm super excited. But Jamar Chase wins Offensive Player of the Year. Leach at number 5. That's cool. Wish he could have done that well last year. I guess he about did, but just more touchdowns this year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. Trayvon Walker at 7. That was a good signing. Almost just decided against getting him because I figured he wouldn't play as well for us, but he played better for us. But Cedric Simpson does win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Goodwell at 3. Again, I wish Goodwell was our number 2, but again, I guess maybe it's better because he could have beat out Simpson, and I would rather have Offensive Rookie of the Year for our QB than a receiver. Nelson at 6. I definitely remember who that is. Who is this? I don't remember. But Clifton at 7, and Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jelani Archer. We'll take it. It wasn't even in my mind that we could win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but we did. That's cool. But let's get into the offseason first. Once we get some dev trait gains, or what do you even call them? I feel like I always call them different things. Dev ups, I call them, but I don't even know if that's like a thing that they're called usually. I don't know. Let's see what they're looking like though. So Simpson obviously goes up to Superstar. I saw something else, but that's huge. We'll take that. Plus Superstar for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Also, thankfully Leach did get Star. Mahoney is Superstar. That's cool. Swan only has Star. That's like the opposite of what I expected, but I guess we'll take it either way. Goodwell only has Star, but of course Clifton has X Factor. Why wouldn't he? Oh wait, Goodwell was the receiver. Did I say I forgot who he was? I was thinking his name was Clifton. Clifton's the blocking tight end. I don't know. I confused myself a lot. Whatever. And then on defense, okay, Archer got Superstar. That's cool. Walker didn't get Superstar? Really? So lame. I mean, what more do you have to do? 16 TFLs, 12 sacks. That's pretty Superstar worthy. Whatever, man. That really sucks, but whatever. Also, we had a Buccaneers-Titans Super Bowl. Who are even their quarterbacks? Well, the Titans actually have that really good rookie from last year or a couple years ago, whenever that was. Eberle. Who is the Bucs QB? Is it still Baker? It is. Okay. Well, he was a monster last year, but good this year. I'm surprised that comes out to a similar passer rating. I feel like his stats were a lot better a couple years ago than last year, but sure, whatever. But for re-signings, I don't know if we're going to re-sign anyone. I mean, a lot of these guys just didn't get playing time, so they're replaceable. I guess we'll re-sign Brock Pierman because he is Superstar at kicker, and I don't really feel like signing another kicker, honestly. But in free agency, unfortunately, there just aren't that many players that would be an actual upgrade. The big one being Kyle Hamilton, but we can't really compete with the Rams offer. I submitted a very player-friendly, like, massive offer, but it still didn't get to the full 5 whatever offer. Like, we couldn't match the Rams, so it's tough. I wanted him. Also, I just realized the top 4 players here are all Ravens. Their poor cap space. I don't know what happened. I guess we could go for Zay Flowers, but he also isn't interested at all and wouldn't be that much of an upgrade. Tyler Linderbaum wouldn't really be an upgrade. There really just isn't anyone here that would help. But like, what would we want to sign? The major thing is a safety, but I guess we could go for Marcus Williams, but he's 30 and not interested, so that's kind of tough. I mean, sometimes players accept lower offers, so we might as well submit it, but I'm just disappointed. I wanted to do something here. Just like legitimately, what is there for me to do? We'll see if Hamilton signs. Definitely not, but no. All right, at least we'll have more money for the future, I guess, when there eventually are players that we can sign that are good. I mean, we'll get good free agents eventually. Just apparently it's not meant to be yet. I don't know. Oh, that's fun. It's not letting me focus scout players. Why? I closed it out to see if it would, like, sometimes you just need to close things out in Madden and it'll fix itself. I love this game. It's not infuriating at all. Oh, okay, it's just not gonna let me. Let me restart my game and see if that'll fix it. Okay, finally, good. I just thought it wasn't gonna let me focus scout or private workout, whatever. But in the draft, oh yeah, I forgot this game's stupid and it just lies about what picks you're gonna have. So we don't actually have the 10th pick, it's 12th, which, you know, it can change for teams that make the playoffs depending on where they go out of the playoffs, but from pick 10 to pick 12 shouldn't change. Yet of course it did. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, at least the Cowboys one got better. I mean, that makes sense that it would change because they were in the playoffs and apparently they got eliminated early. All right, I wish we had pick 10. I don't know what we're gonna do with this pick. Also, this D tackle looks insane. Normally, I don't like taking D tackles because, as I always say, they're always deceiving. But Greenberry looks like the exception to that rule. I guess there's an exception to every rule. Not that we're gonna be able to get him, but whatever. Although, we could trade up, but is D tackle a big enough need to justify trading up? Not really. But I don't know who else we would go with. I guess we could take a receiver if they fell to 12. Orchard isn't projected to go until the second round, though. This might be the rare time I actually trade up in the first round. The problem is it would have to be for number 1. Like, unless the Texans just don't need a D tackle, which maybe? Let me see. Nah, it looks like they do. Yeah, it would have to be to number 1. They really need a defensive tackle. They have 34-year-old Javon Hargrave, and that's it. We would have to give up so much. I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, we have 2 firsts this year, but it's gonna have to be a lot more than that. Nah, that's not worth it. If he doesn't go at number 1, then maybe, but he will. Never mind. Why didn't they take him? Unless Ellington's like the next Calvin Johnson, then I don't know why they did that. We have the almost called the Bengals the Eagles. We have the Bengals head coach here, Zach Taylor. That's cool. All right, well, I wouldn't imagine the Giants would need him because of Dexter Lawrence. Watch them take him. Watch this. I knew it. I knew it. Why? What is the logic? They should, like, agree to a trade for those 2 players. Because the Texans don't need a receiver really at all. I mean, it's not like they have much outside of Nico Collins, but still better off than they are at D tackle. And then the Giants have Dexter Lawrence. I guess they... What? Of course, they only have 4-3 DNs, despite being a 3-4. So I guess maybe they did need that D tackle, but he won't get as much playing time as he should, because he'll be buried behind Dexter Lawrence. And I'm sure they need a receiver. They have 3 on the roster, 2 being 30-year-olds, Jawan Jennings and Darius Slayton. I love the draft logic. I love this game, Smile. Let's get to pick 12. I might go with the corner, because this is a really good corner class. I don't know who we're gonna take, but someone? Aaron Scott looks pretty good, but not the best awareness. JP Terrell looks really good. I wish he had better acceleration, though, but he might be the best. Either him or Simmons, but I just don't like that Simmons is 23. But he is probably the best out of the group because he has elite speed. So we'll take him. We'll probably move one of our corners to safety. Ranked number 6, got him at 12. We'll take it. Of course, he doesn't have a dev trait because the game hates me, but he looks good. That's all we can really ask for. That's all we can really bank on. But I do want to go with another receiver. I know I said we didn't really need another receiver, but we do a little bit just because none of ours have really developed as well as they've played. I like Orchard. We know he's a first-round talent. Sure. Ranked 12, got him at 23. He has hidden dev. I wish I could transfer that to the corner, but no, that's good. That's fine. Oh, whoa. I should have looked deeper. I guess it worked out. But okay, I'm glad I focus scouted this guy. I think you see why I focus scouted him. Max Kowalewski. Never seen that last name in my life, but looks insane. I guess we could maybe technically wait to take him, but why risk it? Especially if we don't really see anyone else that looks phenomenal or anything. Yeah, we're gonna take Max Kowalewski. Ranked number 2 in the class, got him at 44. Sounds good. And let's see, what else do we really need? We maybe need another safety, but just again, this is not a very good safety class. Well, there are a couple first to second rounders, and Marco Peters actually looks pretty good. What's your speed? Great speed, good excel. He might be pretty good. I just wish he wasn't 23. That wouldn't be that much of a problem in real life, but in Madden, it's hard to develop them. Darrell Ellison also looks pretty good. Let's just play it risky. Let's see if Peters is good. He is. Best out of those 3, ranked 20, got him at 55. Hidden dev, we'll take it. My drafting has actually been pretty good today. These just, I don't know, either these haven't been good draft classes or there just haven't been very good players at our positions in need. Like, these safety classes have been genuinely the worst I've ever seen. drafting. Normally they're way too strong, but here they're about fair, and I don't like it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to draft a pass rusher. That's fine. I don't even know why I set edge as our focus position anyways, because it was like our strongest group last year. Well, I guess I didn't know it was going to be our strongest, but still. Yeah, I guess I set that before I would have known. Wow, everybody just has elite speed apparently. That's something. All right, I think I'm bored of drafting. Let's get to the end of the draft and we'll see how we did. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. This was probably our best draft yet, at least for like our first few picks. The thing about that is though, I don't even know how many of these players are going to start. Like, we've added good enough players through the draft now where the team is pretty filled out. We just need free agents at this point, at least for, like, the near future. Like, eventually the team will get expensive and then we'll need to start drafting again. But for right now, we just need free agents, but there just haven't been many options that actually want to join the team. There have been players, they're just like, why would we join you when we could join an actual good team, which I can't really argue with. But, I mean, we still could be a good team, we'll see. But Tyler Simmons, of course, no dev trait, but 79 overall. Orchard's a 78, and then Max Kowalewski, 84 overall. Don't know where we're gonna play him. Maybe at guard, I guess? I mean, we have to start him somewhere. He'll probably have Superstar. I mean, now that I said that, he won't, but he'll probably have Superstar. So we'll need to do something with him. Also, he wasn't even the best player in the class at an 84. If it's the defensive tackle that's better than him, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Hopefully it's the receiver that went number 1. Maybe the Texans are justified in taking him. I don't know. But Marco Peters, 77 overall, I was gonna say 72, but thankfully a 77. And then I got into like, I don't really care mode, and when I get into I don't really care, I'm not really paying attention mode, I make some questionable picks, but these were actually pretty good. Danny Hayes is solid. He'll probably start for us because we only have like 2 decent linebackers on the roster, which is a position I've kind of neglected too much a little bit, but there just haven't been good ones. Same with safety. Like, I mean, I guess we found a good safety, but that was just me being the greatest drafter of all time. What can I say? And then Glenn Billingsley thankfully has hidden devs, so that's cool. Also will probably start for us. And then Orson is a ridiculous name. Orson Can. Is it 1920? Grow up, or I guess grow down. He goes, wait, speaking of going down, he goes down in overall at D-tackle. Oh, I guess he has 56 block shedding. Yeah, that'll do it. Never mind, you're not playing D-tackle. Get ready to learn practice squad, buddy, because I don't think you're making the team. And then the CPU had its fun picking absolutely the worst players you can possibly imagine. Hey, this guy has hidden dev. Good thing he'll never reach a 65 overall even. Actually, he probably will. Like, what do I do with a 61 overall player, though? He's also 5'11", 227. Are you sure you're not a safety? But he's a speed rusher. Like, oh, he goes up to a whole 62. All right, let's get into your 4. Year 3, year 4. What year is it? Wait, actually, what year is it? I think year 4. Yeah, let's get into year 4. It's never really been a strategy in my mind to like check for superstar dev UDFA blocking tight ends, just because, you know, I thought the ones with good dev traits would just get drafted. But Nathan Bird, we're gonna have 3 superstar plus dev blocking tight ends. Sure, whatever, why not? I always say this, but there are so many good pure blocking tight ends in the NFL. Definitely makes sense that literally all of them have like superstar or better. Love that. Love the realism. But now heading into year 4, we're low-key looking really nice. Up to an 85 overall. We have an 88 overall offense, only an 83 defense, but I mean, that's still good. Still much better than it has been, and hopefully it plays as well as it did last year. I guess, was it even a good defense? I don't think it was, and it really hasn't been throughout the preseason, which I always say this, but in real life, preseason doesn't really mean much. But a lot of the time, if your offense is good in the preseason and your defense is bad, that's normally how it's gonna be in the regular season in Madden, which is interesting. Oh yeah, and I guess this is the O-line I'm gonna go with. I'm still undecided if I want to start St. Clair, or I feel bad benching Swan, but I just don't know where to play him. Probably left tackle when St. Clair inevitably underperforms. That's my guess, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all know the team at this point. I also moved Martin Emerson to safety. He was the one who went down in overall the least. I think he only went down from an 81 to an 80. So I guess we'll take that. But let's get into year 4. Let's get to the midseason point, and hopefully we're doing okay. Wouldn't shock me if we were somehow randomly worse than last year, though. That's probably what's gonna happen. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Yep, I called it. We're 2-4 now that we actually deserve to be doing well. All right, who's getting benched? Our defense is kind of bad again. Our offense as a whole is just bad. I guess both sides of the ball are. All right, we're benching probably a lineman as usual. I mean, only 12 sacks? That's definitely not great through only 6 games, though. Ooh, Nick Chubb randomly sucks. That's cool. Clayton Jennings is also randomly our #1 receiver. I mean, I guess that's fine, but weird. It's Taylor Moton that's the issue. I don't think I've ever seen him do this bad in simulation. I feel like he could bounce back, though. I don't know if I want to bench him. This might be the rare time where we have an underperforming lineman that I don't bench. Actually, why not? If he's doing bad, might as well switch it up. Swan's a lot younger, so we'll get him some development. And I'm already thinking about changing the defensive playbook. I'm probably just going to switch to the Bills, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. If the game doesn't let you succeed, then you got to do something to try to change that. So if we get to the end of the year and the defense is still bad, then we will switch to the Bills defensive playbook. But we have some re-signings. Do we have 5th years yet? Oh, we just have straight up re-signings already. Oh, no, we do have a 5th year, and then these... Oh, yeah, Childers was a UDFA, I think. Which, you know, it's cool that we've made him a pretty good player. But we'll go 4 years, 49. Do we want to commit to him, though? Because, I mean, other than last year, he really hasn't been that good. We'll see at the end of the year, but I saw that Trayvon Walker's still doing well this year, so I'll go 3 years, 44.4. That's fine. That works. Nathan Bird, I guess, because he is superstar dev. Don't know if he'll ever play a role, but maybe. But all right, that's all we're going to do. We'll pick up the 5th year for, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? For Leach, once we can pick it up. But all right, we're probably going to miss the playoffs. Maybe we bounce back. I guess we could, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get to the end of the year and we'll see what happens. We deserve to make the playoffs, but those are the years where you don't make the playoffs in Madden, when you actually deserve it. Okay, we do bounce back. We finished the year 10-7, and we had a top 10 scoring offense and the 2nd best defense for points per game. Wait, what? Okay, what's happening? The Raiders are 5th on defense for points per game. They've allowed 22.2, but we're 2nd, and we've allowed 22.5? Oh my god. That doesn't make any sense. How have they allowed less points, but we're counted as better? Does the decimals mess it up? And it, like, counts up for each decimal, and then when it gets to a new whole number, it, like, resets? Do you know what I'm trying to say? That didn't make any sense, but maybe. What do you mean? How are we better but worse at the same time? Okay, we're actually 5th. The Raiders are 3rd. Glad to know that everything in this game is messed up in some way. That's super cool. Don't buy this game if you haven't already, by the way. Like, don't do it. Play an old one if you really want to. It's basically the same with less glitches somehow. Maybe it needs to update. Maybe it'll be right now. Nope. Still says we had the 2nd least points per game allowed, even though that's not true. We were 5th and the Raiders were 3rd. Cool. Awesome. Also, I see the Cowboys made the playoffs at 8-9 and the Chargers, because so many 8-9 teams make the playoffs. Has an 8-9 team made the playoffs yet in real life since, you know, we went to the 17 game schedule? I don't know, but multiple make it per year in Madden, so that's fun. This game, man, it drives me insane. But Cedric Simpson, 4,500 yards, 43 touchdowns, 12 picks. Very, very, very good year. I'm definitely glad we drafted him and didn't stick with Waldron. Did Waldron end up going anywhere, by the way? I want to see what he's up to now. I guess both in terms of what he's doing and what his overall is up to. Oh, whoa. He actually is starting for the Bucks and outplayed Simpson, at least in terms of pass rating. I mean, Simpson had more yards and touchdowns, but Waldron had less picks and a higher completion percentage. Now, he's probably on a better team than us, but I don't know. But Simpson's playing on a rookie deal, so I guess that's an advantage. You know, he's a lot cheaper. I figured he would do well, but at least Simpson is also doing very well. But Nick Chubb is regressing for sure. 800 yards, only 4.1 per carry. Definitely slowing down. 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards for Leach and Jennings. Has Leach had 1,100 yards every year? He has. No more, no less. I wish he would get more, but I guess I'm glad he hasn't gotten less. And then 900 yards for Bartell and Orchard. We're very balanced. But, ooh, Davenport. What is happening? Does he need to get moved to right guard or something? Like, he is not playing well at center. 9 sacks allowed as the 3rd best center in the league. what was the most sacks allowed from a center in real life this year? At least according to PFF, which do what you will with PFF, but that's the best I got for stats. At least stats like this. The most from a center was Bradley Bozeman with 8. I'm surprised it's even that high, but Eric Davenport would have been the best or the worst center in real life this last year, at least in terms of pass pro, and at least in terms of sacks, at least according to PFF, so whatever. So yeah, he'll get moved to guard, to right guard, and then we might trade Mahoney. He's not that good. I guess he was good last year, but I don't know. St. Clair was a monster, at least in terms of Madden. I don't know where this came from, but he's super good all of a sudden. And then it looks like Swan for Moten was a good benching, and then Kowalewski was a monster as a rookie. That's a lot of O-line analysis. It's probably boring, but whatever. The O-line is always something to try to figure out in Madden. But Hopkins led the team with 106 tackles, TFL's 14 for Blackwell, 12 for Childers, and sacks. 12.5 for Blackwell led the team, 11 for Walker, and then that's about it. 4.5 for Billingsley as a rookie, and only 4 for Childers, so we probably won't bring him back. But picks, 4 for Archer, 2 for Richmond and Simmons, and then 1 for a few players. But MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Frank McMillan at QB for the Seahawks at 2. Interesting. That's like the only Madden-generated player up here. But no Chiefs up here for Offensive Player of the Year. Blackwell at number 7 for Defensive Player of the Year. We'll take that. Of course. Of God. Orchard at 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. How many times are we going to get cucked? Gabriel Blanton for the Steelers wins it. Fun. And at least we don't get second. Tyler Simmons at 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Peters at 6. Billingsley at 7. Have we only won 1 Rookie of the Year award? No, maybe we won 2. I don't know. It should be more with how many rookies we've had playing, but we've just been getting second for everything. And we cannot draft a superstar dev at receiver to save our lives. Orchard has star and won't win Offensive Rookie of the Year to get superstar. Maybe we'll get one somehow. Ooh, Billingsley is superstar. That's cool. That was a really good pick. What round did we get him in? Was he a 3rd? Yeah, late 3rd, so that was a really nice pick. Peters only has star, though. That sucks. I mean, I expected it, but it still sucks. We're getting lucky with dev traits on offense, kinda. Actually, we're really not. We're just getting linemen and tight ends, which are kind of easy to get, like, superstar plus dev at. We haven't gotten a single receiver. Simpson started with star dev. Blackwell and Billingsley both started with superstar. Did Archer start with it, or did he gain superstar? I guess it would go too far back to... He might have gained it. I can't remember. Yeah, the dev traits have been really rough, other than, like, 2 positions. Oh, well, we're still a good team, and we're still in the playoffs, like, despite all that. And we've still gained them, so it works out. But we are going to be facing and probably losing to our division rival, the LA Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. I always want to call them the LA Raiders in my mind. I don't know why. The LV Raiders, I guess. The Oakland Raiders. They're not even really the Oakland Raiders in my mind anymore. They're just the LA Raiders, which isn't even true. I don't know. I'm yapping so much. I guess we're not thinking about changing the defensive playbook anymore, at least. You know, it was good. I don't know how long it will be good for. This might have been a fluke, but we'll see. But let's see if we can win this game against the Raiders. And we do! Of course, it doesn't tell me what the score was, because why would it? Highlight the game you were just in. Okay, we absolutely just dumpstered them. 36-7. That, I don't know if we should have beat them that bad, but I mean, at least we beat them. I mean, to be fair though, we were 4 overall better and at home, but still. But we are going to be taking on the Bengals in the divisional. It's a home game for them. They went 14-3 despite having a lower overall team than us, which by the way, I guess we should check. Okay, we don't have the highest overall team in the league. The Seahawks are tied with us at an 88. The Lions have an 89. The 49ers are an 88. The Eagles are an 89. The Cowboys are a 90. So we're not the highest overall team in the league yet, but we're close. We're making pretty good progress if it's only year 4 and we're already almost the highest overall team in the league when we were a 0 a couple years ago. But all right, let's see if we can beat the Bengals here. I hope so. We don't. That sucks. We deserved it. We were the higher overall team, but I guess it was close enough. They were the home team, but we should have done better in the regular season to, you know, get home field advantage. Doesn't always happen that way, especially in Madden. It's going to be a Bengals-Jags conference championship. That's something. Those teams aren't exactly doing too hot in real life. I mean, I think the Bengals will bounce back, but I don't know about the Jags. We'll see. But let's get into the off season, and let's hope we can finally get some free agents. please. But we have a Jags-Cowboys Super Bowl. Fun. That's all I have to say about that. Fun. But we'll pick up the 5th year for Larry Leach. It's not cheap, and he, of course, isn't interested. So we might have to make some tough decisions next year. One of them being if we should bring Larry Leach back. Because, like, we have a good amount of receivers. It's just none of them are amazing necessarily. I mean, Leach is our best, but it's not like he's a 90 plus. I guess he's playing up to a 90, but he's only the 23rd ranked wide receiver in the league. That's like good, but not really a number one. I mean, it technically is because there are 32 teams, but it's not like a good number one. But Childers will let go because he was horrible. He had one good year, and he'll probably pop off for whatever team signs him. So I'll be super happy about that. But will there finally be some good free agents that we can actually sign, please? We need them. Okay. Yes, Aiden Hutchinson is here, but he is literally not interested at all. He already has 12 offers. Sometimes, I don't know if I want to jinx it by saying this, but I mean, the last time I said I wouldn't say something because I didn't want to jinx it, I didn't say it and it went wrong anyways, so sometimes really good players don't have many good offers because they're asking for so much money that most teams are broke by this point in franchise, and a lot of the time the best offers for like expensive, really good players are just mid-tier offers, so let's hope that's the case. Of course it isn't. Why would I say that? There are good offers. I mean, we'll do what we can. We'll go very player friendly because that would be huge. Doesn't have X Factor here, surprisingly. So maybe he hasn't been doing super well? No, he's been doing pretty well. How does he not have X Factor after playing like this? Like, what more do you have to do? Genuinely, what more do you have to do? I don't get it. I don't have dev trait regression on, so it's not something that... I just don't like dev trait regression. I feel like it just happens completely randomly. I think I would like it if it was for a good reason, and if, you know, someone had superstar and didn't play very well and wasn't a very good overall. Like, that would be understandable if they lost it, but it'll be like your best player. They'll have a monster year and be amazing, and then they'll randomly lose their dev trait. So what I'm saying is dev trait regression is broken, like 95% of the stuff in this game. Have I complained about the game enough yet? I don't know. 10-year rebuilds just do something to me. They make me resent the game even more than I already do. And we're only in year 4. But Kalen Bullock is a free agent. That would be kind of fun. It's not like he's the biggest upgrade in the world, but it would be an upgrade. Chop Robinson, I don't think he does well in this game. Good call. He doesn't even, oh my god, he doesn't even have half a sack in 4 years. And he started for the Titans this year, it looks like, or at least got a good amount of playing time. That's cool. That's realistic. Thanks, Madden. But honestly, not many other players here would be an upgrade. Like, there isn't a good running back. There isn't a good receiver. We don't need a tight end. We don't need a lineman. Christian Wilkins maybe would be an upgrade for now, but he's 32, so he's just going to regress back down. I'd rather get our younger guys playing time. Like, really, the only upgrades would be Aiden Hutchinson, obviously, and Kalen Bullock, and then maybe Montez Sweat if we don't get Aiden Hutchinson, but yeah, he isn't great. Averaging like 7.5 sacks a year, something like that. But I mean, hopefully we get Aiden Hutchinson. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. So please, at least Hutchinson, sign with us. Both of them signed. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We get Kalen Bullock. That's cool. Aiden Hutchinson goes to the Titans to play 3-4 defensive end because the CPU doesn't have the logic to move him to outside linebacker. For their scheme. Well, we need an edge rusher. I did set outside linebacker as our focus position for this year. Maybe there's a good one. I guess I'll just check it now. No. Big surprise. They're all terrible. Awesome. There's one first to second round talent, Alex Peterson, but he's projected to go top 5. We obviously wouldn't pick him top 5. Man, this is tough. Matthew Wiggins looks good, but he's also projected to go top 5 and probably isn't as good as he looks. Well, we need to sign a pass rusher, clearly. How does Marshawn Nealon play? Oh, he was kind of decent this last year. Now on the 49ers for some reason. They must have traded him. I guess not on the 49ers anymore, but he was. Yeah, he's okay. But we don't really have any other option. Montez Sweat now has other offers. Great. How about we'll figure something out? I feel like that's the best plan I have for now is just we'll figure something out. Things will work themselves out because I don't want to sign the guys that are available and they don't want to sign with us. Actually, you know what? We'll at least set a neutral offer for Marshawn Nealon. hand. He's not gonna take it. Actually, maybe he will. Oh, he does. Okay, cool. I mean, he was expensive, but that's better than what we have, so we'll take it. At that point, we maybe should have just re-signed Childers, because at least he had a 10 sack year, but whatever. But let's get into the draft, and we'll have to see what we want to do. We better start planning for the future through the draft pretty soon, because we're gonna have to start paying a lot of these guys, like this year, so it might get rough. We'll have to be careful. But in the draft, this is our first bad pick, which is kind of unfortunate, because I do see a clear-cut top 5 talent, finally. I mean, we've seen some for sure, but a projected... Is this the first projected first-round pick top 5 talent that we've seen? That, like, we were in range of getting? I guess we're not in range of getting him. And I guess we saw the D-tackle last year, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But David McDonald looks good at safety, and I don't think we can get him. Where is he projected to go? Like, which specific pick? 16? He might be worth trading up for, but we do need... Again, we need to plan for the future, so I don't know if I want to trade up, especially after we did just sign Kalen Bullock. We'll just see who's available. There could be someone good. But let's see, where did he go? I can't wait to see after the draft that he was the best player in the class, and I'm gonna cry about it. Was it McDonald? It wasn't. Was it McDonald? I always forget players' names so fast. I don't know why. I just see too many players, so the names don't really stick with me, unfortunately. Who was it? It must have been McDonald. I thought it was a strong safety for some reason. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know what I want to do here now, because that was like the one draftable player. There was a decent defensive end, but he is gone. All 3 of the projected first rounders were gone, or like first to second round guys. I really do feel like we should take a pass rusher just for the future, but I guess Walker and Nealand are here long term. Let's see. Again, I'll check. What are our upcoming contracts gonna be? Davenport? That's a replaceable player. He's been horrible. Pratt, he doesn't have a dev trait, but he is a good overall, so I don't know. St. Clair's been really good. Richmond's been really good. Bartell is probably replaceable. Blackwell's been a monster. A lot of these guys aren't that replaceable that need deals. Just Davenport. He could even be a mid-season trade candidate if he still sucks. I mean, I might even make him a preseason trade candidate. We'll see. I'm not very pleased with him. I don't know what we would do to replace him because Taylor Moton retired, but whatever. Ooh, whoa. Are we gonna draft another receiver? I don't know, man. Johnny Wilford looks insane. He's a physical receiver with A medium route, A short route, B deep route. Excuse me? What do I do with this information? Like, is he good or is he terrible? I can't tell. I mean, those stats say he's pretty good, but I've seen a lot of physical receivers that look really good, and they're not. I mean, I think I'm gonna take him. He's also not very fast, which is understandable, but is elite jumping, a 41-inch vert, great strength, great acceleration, which is cool. Yeah, we'll take him. Why not? Ranked 10, we got a top 10 talent, probably normal dev because the game hates me. No, he is hidden. Okay, cool. Only 89 speed, but 93 excel, 96 jumping. We'll take it. That dude looked ridiculous. His catching must be awful because it was C to F. Probably has like 72 catching. I guess not being the fastest in the world probably doesn't help your overall either, but some of those ratings made him look like an 84 overall or something. Now that I think about it though, I don't know if I've ever seen like an 80 plus or at least like a high 80s receiver outside of like the top 5. But if you really think about it, Justin Jefferson picked in the 20s, Tyreek Hill like a 6th or 5th round pick, AJ Brown 2nd round pick. Like all the best receivers were not picked in the top 5, but all the best receivers in Madden drafts are top 5 picks. It's just something to think about. But all right, Darren, whatever that name is, Noel. I've seen so many Noels already. This is like the 4th one I've seen. But elite strength and acceleration. I wish he had better awareness, but A, play rec, A, tackle, B, power moves, B, block shed, but also C to F pursuit, so that's not fun. I mean, we'll still take him, because why not? Wait, yeah, okay. It wasn't letting me pick him, but ranked 13 got him at number 60. Sounds good to me. I think I've developed a new strategy with picking, and that is just sort by who had the best combine, and if they look good, they're probably good. I know, super advanced strategy, but like, I'll go to receiver and I'll look for guys, I'll see if there's anyone with elite speed or elite agility and acceleration at receiver, and a lot of the time they're good. Like Juan Rushing, he has elite change direction and acceleration, great speed. Looks good, but he also has a few F ratings, but he also has a few A's, so I have no idea. But we'll probably take him later, because he's a projected UDFA. He looks better than a UDFA. That's kind of my new strategy, now that you can actually sort by combine ratings. But all right, I think I'm once again bored of picking. I don't really see anyone that looks super great. Joseph Cook looks pretty good at guard. Yeah, sure, why not? Ranked 42, picked picked at 92. I mean, that's good value. We'll take it. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. I was gonna say we didn't get much, but honestly, we might have. I mean, these first 2 picks for us could be starters this year. Johnny Wilford, of course, 78 overall, 87 spec catch, 85 catch in traffic. Really good route runner. It's just the speed and his catching isn't great. But pretty much everything else is. He even looks solid after the catch. Like, I'm trying to remember what our receivers overalls are, but I think he can sneak in as the number 3. We'll see. I mean, we need a superstar dev receiver. He's probably not going to have it, but maybe he will. So I think we'll start him. And then Darren Noel. This is like the best, not the best defensive tackle I've drafted in this game, but maybe. It's close. At least at the end of the second round, like, really good strength, really good acceleration, great tackle, good block shed. Again, I don't even know if he'll start, but maybe. And then I can't remember which picks I showed, but Joseph Cook is a good guard. I don't even remember which picks I made. I'm recording this the next morning, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, good draft. Nobody too insane, but I mean, those are 2 pretty good first 2 picks. And this draft class wasn't that insane to begin with, so we did pretty well. Wait, we literally got the 2 highest overall players we could have, other than I guess this running back, but we obviously weren't gonna pick a running back, at least not that early. So yeah, we did pretty well. But okay, we are now up to a 90 overall heading into year 5. We're looking good. 92 offense, 88 defense. We definitely could use a running back soon. I mean, Nick Chubb is down to an 80. I guess he's an 82. He was an 81. Definitely starting to play worse. We really got 1 good year out of him, and that was it. But we don't really run the ball much anyways, so I guess that's fine. I'm still worried about this defense, though, at least the pass rush. I mean, it was really good a couple years ago. Less good last year, but still some players did well, but we'll see what happens this year. How did Trayvon Walker do last year? I can't remember. Oh yeah, still really good. Okay. But hopefully Nealon can do well, and I guess I'll start Noel over, or Nowell, I don't know, over Billingsley. Even though Billingsley is superstar dev, Noel's a rookie and could have even better of a dev trait. I mean, he's probably just gonna have star, but we'll see. But yeah, this team is great and should hopefully play well. Once again, I'm gonna check, do we have the highest overall team in the league? I would guess either tied for it or second, but maybe? Okay, no, we just have the highest overall team in the league. I was gonna say maybe the Chiefs are higher overall, but I forgot, you know, we're the Chiefs. The Cowboys and Eagles are 89s. I think there was one more, I don't know. Or I guess not, I'm stupid. So we do have the highest overall team in the league, which means we should be good, but we'll see what happens. So let's get to the midseason point, and hopefully we can do well. But okay, at the midseason, we are 4-2. Not as good as I was hoping to be, and honestly, our offense isn't doing great. We have the worst run game in the league, probably because we don't run much, but I wouldn't imagine it is very good when we are running. And our pass game is only 21st with the Chiefs offense. I don't know for sure if they did change how the defense, or how the Chiefs offense works in Madden, but it kind of feels like it. It feels a lot worse in Madden 25 than it did in Madden 24. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but it doesn't feel as good. It isn't really a blocking issue. I thought it would be. I mean, St. Clair isn't doing very well, but yeah, I don't know what our issue is. I don't know how to fix this. I mean, we could bench St. Clair, but he's been really good the other years. How have we been doing lately? Have we been doing better or worse? Okay, we started 2-0, we lost 2, and now we won 2. So I guess we won't bench anyone. It's probably not gonna work out very well, but like, we don't really have much of a choice. I don't know who we would bench St. Clair for. I guess Berger, but I don't want to do that. So we'll just have to see what happens, but we have some re-signings to worry about here too. Clayton Jennings, Josh Blackwell, Eric Davenport, which, is he doing better this year? He is. Okay, I moved him to right guard because that's the position where, you know, they allow the least amount of sacks. I feel like that's the spot where he can hurt the team the least. God, nobody's interested. Clay Richmond, Lane St. Clair, Devin Partel, Cassius Pratt, so many players, and like 3 of them are even slightly interested. Fun. Do we want Jennings back? I mean, he's kind of just a product of our system. I mean, he's been really good, but it is the Chiefs offense that really goes to the tight end. We'll see. Blackwell we need back. We'll go 5 years, 178 mil. He's not cheap, and he does take it. Eric Davenport, you can draft lineman. I mean, he's doing well, but it is at right guard, and he's been terrible at center. A good interior O lineman is not something I'm worried about drafting, really. Clay Richmond, God, if these players were interested, I would obviously be more willing to re-sign him, but they're just not. I'll re-sign Cassius Pratt because he's not very expensive at all. 5 years, 45, he takes it. Bartel is replaceable. We'll reassess all these at the end of the year because, like, I'm trying to save money because we're going to need to re-sign Cedric Simpson. That's what I'm worried about here. But all right, let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. But okay, we finally do super well. We finish 12-5. Probably not as good as we should have been, being up to a 92 overall already, but whatever. I already checked a couple of the stats. I never checked the defense, but I did find our problem. Apparently our defense was maybe a problem too, 23rd for yards, but we'll check that in a second. But definitely who wasn't the problem is Cedric Simpson. Almost 4,500 yards, I guess 2 away. 43 touchdowns, only 9 picks. Very good year. Nick Chubb was whatever. We'll replace him this year. But Larry Leach, almost 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, 1,000 for Jennings, 800 for Wilford, 760 for Bartell, but 14 touchdowns. Interesting. But the issue with our offense was the blocking. 13 sacks allowed for St. Clair, 11 for Swan, 7 for Davenport. Really, our only good lineman was Kowalewski. And then apparently the defense was also an issue. 130 tackles for Richmond, 119 for Hopkins, TFLs, 12 for Blackwell, 11 for Noel, 10 for Nealand, and sacks, 15 for Blackwell, 8 for Nealand and Walker, 4.5 for Noel as a rookie. He was pretty good. And then picks, 5 for Archer, 3 for Pratt and Bullock, 2 for Hayes, Hopkins, and Peters, and then 1 for a couple players. So statistically, we had a really good defense, at least in terms of like individual performances, but apparently overall it was pretty bad, like bottom 10. But Jalen Hurts wins another MVP. Cool, whatever. Really interesting top 5. No Mahomes, no Dak, no, I guess Josh Allen's close, no Lamar. None of the usuals are here. The Saints have a new Carr, Bryce Carr. That's something. But Leach at number 5 for Offensive Player of the Year. Oh, also I just completely missed Simpson at number 5. I mean, I noticed him, I just didn't point him out for some reason. But he was up there at number 5 for MVP. That's cool. He was also at number 8 for Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, Defensive Player of the Year goes to division rival Max Crosby, because why wouldn't it? Blackwell at 7. I'm getting like lightheaded. I feel like I'm screaming, but maybe I am. John Davidson, maybe the most boring name ever. Offensive Player of the Year, or Rookie of the Year. That's cool. Wilford at 3. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to another Dolphin, Logan Robinson. Noel at 4. Cool, whatever. But we do maybe want to start thinking about changing our defensive playbook. Although, I don't know, our points per game allowed were pretty good, apparently, at least according to that. We'll see how good they actually were, or how good it actually was. It was 8th, it looks like, so not 7th, like it said. That's cool. And we were 22nd for yards, unlike the 23rd that it said. I don't know. I feel like our defense should be better, but for yards, it isn't, or for points per game, it isn't bad, but for yards, it is. It's tough. And I mean, if we're not allowing points, then what else could we really ask? That's kind of the point of your defense. I mean, it still should be better, being, I would guess, the highest overall defense in the league, but whatever. But we're going to be taking on the 85 overall Colts in the wild card here. We're going to lose this game. I already can feel it, even though we're 7 overall better. They were literally better than us at everything, other than, I mean, we apparently allowed less points per game on defense, and I guess they had a slightly better offense, but we both scored 26.1 points per game. Apparently, I don't know if that's even true. The numbers might be right, actually, just not the rankings, which is something. Okay, the numbers aren't even right. I mean, they're close, but the Colts actually had 26.2 points per game. Maybe it just rounds differently here than on that screen, but I don't know. I don't know. But let's simulate this game against the Colts. We should be able to win. We're at home. Better record. 7 overall better team. We're going to lose 24-21. No, we win. Okay. I mean, the score was kind of a almost good guess, just the other way. We won 28-20. We'll take it. Should have even been better. Games like that, at least if you're going off overall, should be close to a blowout. But we're going to be facing the Jags in the divisional, and this is like the first time I've ever seen them have an actual decent team. They're scary when they have like an 82 overall team. Now they have an 88, which we're still better than, but that's still concerning. They had a really good offense and a really good defense. Uh-oh. Should I think about using the Jags playbooks sometimes, or sometime? Because that's interesting. They had the best run game and a good defense. I would imagine they're still listed as a 3-4 in this game. Well, what? Okay, no, but the description still says 3-4. Can this game get a single thing right? I don't know. I mean, it almost has it right, just you didn't change the description. We'll stick with the Chiefs for now, but we'll see. But all right. I don't think we're gonna win this one, but we'll see. Hopefully we do. And we do! The Ravens are 8-9 and in the conference championship. I love that. Thanks, Madden. What was the score? We won 26-20. Okay, our defense is allowing exactly 20 points per game now. I guess I would have almost understood if we lost that game because the Jags have a good team and they were at home, but like we were still better. Still like, I don't know if I would say considerably better, being 4 overall, but we were better. So we'll take it. But the Baltimore Ravens, I don't know how they're here going only 8-9, but I don't know why I keep referencing Madden 24. It's just interesting because it feels like some things are different, but overall the game still feels the same. The one thing I'm happy about is it seems like there are less 9-8 teams that go super deep in the playoffs, but now there's an 8-9 team in the conference championship. Like, they're probably gonna make the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm being so negative, but like this game just brings the bad out in me. I guess. I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention to the scenario. I'm not gonna lie. What is this? Wow, that's bright. Power moves. Sure. But all right, let's see if we can move on to our first Super Bowl of this rebuild. I don't know. We do. We beat the Ravens. I almost said the Chiefs. We beat the Ravens 35-14. And we are going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles, the 1 seed from the NFC, which by the way, the Bills were the one. We were only the 3 seed as the highest overall team in the league. I love this game. But yeah, we're going to be facing the Eagles. It's a Super Bowl rematch. I mean, 2 very different teams from the last time they played. I mean, the Eagles are similar, but we have nobody that's the same. Not even a single player, I don't think. But all right, we have a Super Bowl press conference, as always. I can never remember what these do. What do we pick? What do we say? Oh yeah, it gives you +1 pass blocking for 1 player. No wonder I couldn't remember what it was. It does like nothing. That's fun. But all right, we'll jump in and watch this simulate. I saw someone mention in the comments that I should slow simulate, which is probably a good idea because half the time there's too much happening for me to keep up. Do I know how to do that? No. Okay, I'll have to see how to do that after this. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but whatever. Let's jump to the end of the game and we will see what happens. No score through the first quarter so far. The Eagles do finally score. Wow, we keep driving, but we are just not scoring. We do finally get a touchdown, but it is 10, now 13-7 Eagles, now 21-7. We're getting smoked. We're the highest overall team in the league, and our offense is doing nothing. We finally get a touchdown, but it's going to be too little too late. The Eagles do beat us 27-14, even though we were the best team in the league. I didn't even see how much higher of an overall we were than them. I mean, I guess the best overall team definitely doesn't always win the Super Bowl, but as I always say, there shouldn't really be much else to go off of in Madden than overall. That should be like the major thing that matters, and it seems like it doesn't matter at all most of the time. Unlucky. I do want to check our stats though. Who was the problem? It was kind of Simpson. It doesn't show how many times he got sacked. I would guess it was quite a few though. All right. Our best performing lineman throughout the whole season allowed 3 sacks here. St. Clair allowed 1, so it was the O-line. And of course it was Jalen Carter that ruined us. Fun. Well, not much you can really do about that. I'm obviously not going to replace our best performing lineman throughout the regular season. We should have a few more chances at winning a Super Bowl though, thankfully. Damn, it shows us all blacked out because we lost. That's depressing. Well, okay, the Eagles are actually a 91. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's close enough. I don't know that they should have like smacked us around. I feel like our offense should have done better, but whatever. I just assumed they were like an 88 or something, but that wouldn't have made sense because I think they were like an 89 heading into the year, but whatever. But now for another tough part, we have re-signings to worry about, and it's gonna be some pretty big ones. We're gonna let Davenport go. He's terrible. Jennings, I know he's a really good overall, again, but production for tight ends in the Chiefs playbook is so easy to get. Like, Jennings is not necessarily easily replaceable, but kinda easily replaceable. If he was interested, I would re-sign him, but that would be so much. We could tag him. I don't know. We'll pick up the 5th year for Simpson. We'll pick up the 5th year for Mahoney. Richmond's been really good at linebacker, but of course he isn't interested. Let me see. Will he take player friendly? He doesn't, of course. Why would he? Even though we were just in the Super Bowl. St. Clair, I'm definitely going to let go. He sucks. He had 1 good year and that's it. You know, I know we have a lot of cap right now, but again, we're going to have to re-sign some players soon, including our quarterback. Let's see. Will he take player friendly? 5 years, 126. He doesn't, so we'll tag him. This might be an all-in type year. It depends on who's available in free agency. But this is the last year before we have to pay our quarterback. We're gonna have to pay a lot more players next year. Let's just go crazy in free agency. I mean, it's gonna screw us over for the future, but why not? We'll figure out some way to get out of the cap space. And there are some pretty good players here. The one position I don't see, at least not yet, is running back. There is Travis Etienne, but he's not great in this game most of the time. It looks like he's been good here. I usually see him get like 3.8, maybe like 4.2 per carry max, but 4.6. The only problem is he's 30. I don't know if I want to sign a 30-year-old running back. It's not like we really have another option though, unless we do want to get Javonte Williams, which I guess... He was really good a few years ago and then really fell off for no reason. Like 5.1 to 3.8 is crazy in just 1 year. Whatever, we'll sign ETN. He isn't very expensive. Other than him though, like, what do we want to do? We need a left tackle, but Jordan Mailata I've had very mixed results with. 15 sacks allowed for an 88 overall, 87. That makes sense. Thanks, Madden. JC Latham, how does he do? Not great. Man, there just isn't a good left tackle. How does Amarius Mims do? I mean, this is right tackle, so it'll be, ooh, no thanks. He would allow probably 20 sacks at left tackle. How about Bernard Ryman? Okay, legitimately no tackles play well in this game. This is almost making me just want to re-sign St. Clair, because at least he had a year where he only allowed 6. Maybe we'll just draft a left tackle or something. That might be the best option. I mean, I know I said this would be an all-in year. I was just hoping there would be better players here. Ooh, TJ Watt's available, though. Now, he's not... he's not great in franchise. Really not great at all. I mean, he's had a couple good years, but... I guess we'll sign him for a year. And then Richmond has no offers, so I guess we'll just offer him neutral and see if he takes that somehow. So I guess we are kind of all in. Less all in than I thought we could be, but this is pretty much all of our money, so we're going to try to sign TJ Watt. We'll try to bring Clay Richmond back. I might go player friendly if we can. Do I want to do that, though? I mean, we can afford it. That would be fine. All right, these 3 players, all 3 of them sign, and we do get all 3. Okay, cool. We have no money left. We have 680K, or I guess it says 1.93 there. Here it says also 1.93. Okay, I don't know where that money just came from, but cool. Sure. So we have no money right now, but next year we should be able to restructure out of some of these deals, if I could speak. And like TJ Watt's deal's only a 1 year, so that should be fine. He does go down in overall at defensive end, unfortunately, but whatever. So all right, we're a 91 overall before we even get to the draft. I don't know what we're gonna do in the draft, but again, we need a left tackle and a right guard. So that's what we're gonna look for. Also, I didn't even notice. I never even looked, but Noel has X Factor. He just straight up had it. I kind of figured. I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of figured. Defensive lineman, it's not that hard to get X Factor for sometimes. I guess it depends, but you can find them. But okay, this is a pretty good center class, at least on paper. None of them were focus scouted, but they looked pretty good. So we'll just see who's available at pick 31. Let's take a look. Well, there are actually some good edge rushers left. Aries Walker. I mean, we could actually draft him. We might. Ooh, okay. I'm a little disappointed by Rob Bailey. I thought he would be like a top 5 talent. He's first to second, which is still good. His strength just isn't that great, but I mean, his ratings are crazy. We'll still probably take him. How about Casey? What's his strength? Is he better? Yes. Okay. Ooh, his finesse isn't very good though, but I don't know if that matters because he had 41 bench reps. So this isn't as good of a class as I originally thought it was, but I mean, it still looks pretty good. BJ Greenfield looks good-ish. Okay, yeah, definitely not as good as I had originally thought. Also, focus scouted a guard. Who was it? Ooh, Joe Warner's actually pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna take him though. We would probably go with Casey over him. I almost want to trade up. I just don't know what I would trade up. I do think we'll go with Aries Walker. I don't know if he's amazing, but I mean, A power moves, hit power, pursuit. He looks pretty good, just not like an absurd combine by like Madden standards. He has great strength though. I guess that's cool. So he might be like ranked 40-ish, ranked 45. Okay, no doubt. All right, bad pick, but whatever. But now round 2. Okay, well, the left guard is gone, so let's just go with Jerry Casey. We're gonna need one more lineman though. That's why I'm thinking about trading back up, but ranked number 4 in the class. Got him at number 63. Okay, that makes up for the first pick. So he'll be our right guard, I guess, but we need a left tackle. You know, the most important position on the O-line. It'd be kind of an issue to not have a good one there. Ooh, Dolan Palmer is a day 3 pick looks pretty good. What's your strength? Solid. This guy might be pretty good because, like, if we trade up, I don't know who we would take. I don't really love any of the linemen that are left other than maybe Bailey. Should we trade up for Bailey? I just don't know. I mean, he couldn't play left tackle. I think who we're going to play at left tackle is going to have to be a guy that's been on the roster. Maybe our left guard or something. I don't know. But I might trade up for Bailey here. Actually, I don't know. It would probably be a lot to give up to move up this far. We might just see who's available. Okay, the first to second round guys are gone at center. Joey Snowden looks pretty good too at center as a projected UDFA. How about Palmer is still here? We're really just taking linemen because it was our biggest issue last year, at least on offense. Ranked 49, got him at 95. We'll take it. I might even take another because why not? Joey Snowden, projected UDFA, so I guess this could be a bad pick. It might be, but whatever. Nope, ranked 39, got him at 127. We'll take it. Really good pass blocker. Also, I'm honestly surprised he's not even a higher overall. I guess his strength is just whatever, but a lead block is kind of interesting. A lot of even good pass blocking guards or centers don't have that, but he does, so that's something. But all right, I think that was the last pick I'm gonna show. I might take one more somewhere, but overall, very good draft. We'll take it. We fixed, hopefully, our biggest need. I said those words out of order, but you know what I mean, maybe. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. It was pretty good. You know, we got our O-lineman, and that's all we really wanted to do. Jerry Casey, really good center. Even though he's a top 5 talent, he's only the 26th ranked center. That's kind of crazy, but that should go up pretty quick, having Hidden Dev being only 21 years old. And then Walker's, he was only a 75 at outside linebacker, went up to a 76 at the end, and then Palmer and Snowden are both 75. So good draft. I also took Bellamy just because we're going to need corners pretty soon. I don't know if he's going to be the solution to that, but he's at least decent. He was worth the pick. And then the CPU did its usual running back and defensive end picks. So let's get into year number 6. And this should be the highest overall team we've had yet, especially by the end of the year. But okay, heading into the year, we are, of course, almost at an 82. I don't know where that came from. A 91 overall. I was looking at Wilford for some reason, and I said 82, or I almost did. But we're looking really good. 91 offense, 91 defense. We are balanced. And I mean, we should easily be the best team in the league this year. We'll see if we can win a Super Bowl in this rebuild. No promises, because this game is something, but... Oh, I haven't even cut players. We still have 69 players on the roster. Nice. But I mean, I'm not going to cut anyone important, probably, so that should be fine. And of course, Wilford only has star dev, because why would he have superstar? Fun. I mean, at least Leach finally got superstar dev, but actually he might have got that like last year. Or no, he did just get it. Okay, never mind. So at least we have a superstar, but I mean, my main concern with this team is still the O-line. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, like I said, I moved Kowalewski to left tackle. I moved Mahoney to left guard, which I'm a little worried about because he's been good at center, but last year he wasn't great at center. And then we have 2 rookies starting, so we'll see. And Swan wasn't very good last year. This could be a terrible offensive line. Could also be good. It should be good, but we'll see. I mean, like, for example, where does Kowalewski rank? He's the #1 left tackle in the league. Can't wait for him to allow 17 sacks this year. That'll be fun. But not much we can really do about that. We'll just see what happens. If our defense isn't great this year, I do think I'm going to change the playbook, finally. But all right, let's get to the midseason point. We should be good this year. I honestly feel like we're going to be bad, unfortunately. It has that kind of a, I don't know, when you've been playing this game for as long as I have and as much as I have, you just kind of get that feeling. Sometimes I'm wrong, but we'll see. Seems like whenever you have an actual good year, the next year you usually struggle. Kind of rotates a little bit, but you never know. We'll see. How many times can I say we'll see? We'll see. But okay, at the mid-season, I guess I was wrong, but also our stats aren't very good. So we're 5-2. That's good. We probably should be better, again, having the best overall team in the league, but, you know, we'll take 5-2, but our defense is struggling again. Now, I don't know how much I can even trust that, because we're probably not 19th for points per game allowed. We're probably more like, well, actually, I don't know about per game, because it doesn't show you per game. It just shows you total. And some teams have played 6 games, some have played 7, so I don't know where we rank for that. I do think we're going to change the defensive playbook, though. I mean, why not at this point? And y'all know what I'm going with, if I can find it. We're going with the Bills defense. Very hit or miss, but usually good. We'll see. Also, Casey is superstar dev. That's cool. I mean, I figured, but that's still cool. And then, what hidden devs did we have other than him? Did we have, like, any? I guess Palmer, but he has star. I don't know. We really didn't have that many, I don't think. Only 2 starters. But hopefully our defense starts to play better. Sometimes once you immediately change it, it's kind of rough, and then it'll usually get better the next year. But we'll see. You never know. Our defense defense could be good this year, hopefully. But 4 re-signings, oh god. Clayton Jennings, Jelani Archer, Larry Leach, Antonio Swan, James Clifton, I am gonna cry. TJ Watt, that's tough. I definitely want Archer back. I think he's gonna be my priority here. We'll go 5 years, 130, and he doesn't take it. That's super fun, and now we can't really afford anyone else. Of course, Leach isn't interested. I guess we knew that. I was hoping that would change. We're not gonna be able to get Jennings back. I think we'll tag Leach at the end of the year and hopefully re-sign Archer, but everyone else, I guess I'm okay with letting go. Like, Swan was terrible last year. He's doing really well this year, though. God, why can't we have nice things? Why can't our good players actually play like good players? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can end up being good this year. I mean, we're doing well so far. Our defense should hopefully get better. Let's just get to the end of the year, and we'll figure out the re-signings once we have to. We at least have really good depth on this team, so that's always a plus. But okay, actually, I almost forgot once again, but super quick, before I reveal how we did in year number 6, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel. Even though it seems so stupid, I would appreciate it. And I mean, hey, I imagine if everyone, you know, hit that like button, this video would get like 30,000 likes. That would be pretty cool. Maybe more. I have no idea how many views this video is gonna get, but I would appreciate it. I know that wouldn't happen, but it would still be interesting. And yeah, like I said, be sure to subscribe too. And also, question of the day. Let's see, what's a good one? I'm trying to remember what I asked on the last video. Here's an interesting one. Who do you think has been the most surprising player in the NFL this year? Either good or bad, other than Derek Carr, because I feel like Derek Carr is the obvious one. Let me know that down in the comments. Who has been the most surprising player to you so far this year? I'm gonna say, let's see, I feel like Sam Darnold would also be kind of a lame answer. Plus, I kind of like, you know, predicted that he would be pretty good. I mean, he's done better than I expected. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna give a broad answer. I'm gonna say all the rookie quarterbacks have been surprisingly terrible to me. I mean, they've played some decently hard defenses, like, but still. Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and who's the other rookie who's starting? Why can I not think of it? Who's the other rookie? Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels. I don't know why I forgot that, but my answer is gonna be just all the rookie QBs have been like surprisingly disappointing. Just furthering the idea that you should always sit your rookie quarterbacks for the first year. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 bounce back, but we'll see. But anyways, enough yapping. In year number 6, we finished 14-3 and we made the playoffs. That's huge. I'm gonna need to start picking this video up so I can get this done on time. I want to have this out in 3 hours and we're only in year 6, so gotta hurry up, unfortunately. But also, how did we not get a first round bye going 14-3? The Colts also went 14-3. I'm sure they're like 7 overall worse than us still. Fun. Let's check out our season stats. Cedric Simpson, 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, and 8 picks. I wish we could extend him early because he's just going to keep getting more and more expensive. Now up to a 93, playing up to a 97. Obviously insanely good. Barely top 10 in terms of overall. I guess he's playing about top 5. I mean, in real life, this would easily be the best quarterback in the league, but like in Madden, not so much. Still good, but quarterbacks are insane in this game, as I always say. But 1,100 yards for ETN, 4.7 per carry, 6 touchdowns. 1,300 yards for Leach, 18 touchdowns. I'm super happy we probably won't be able to re-sign him. And 900 for Jennings, 800 for Orchard. Kowalewski was terrible at left tackle. Jerry Casey was terrible at center. Honestly, our only good lineman this year was Antonio Swan. Of course, the guy who needs a contract. I love this game. I'm very happy. Michael Hopkins. I don't know. 112 tackles. TFLs 11 for Watt, Blackwell, and Walker. And sacks. 18 for TJ Watt. Okay, that was a good signing. 9 for Walker. 6.5 for Blackwell. He's slowly been kind of falling off a little bit. I mean, well, that's not true. He had 15 sacks last year. Just this year was a down year. 5 for Noel. Also, where was... Oh, Nealon just didn't play. I thought he would play a little bit. 122 snaps. Yeah, that's not a lot. But interceptions, 6 for Archer, 3 for Peters, 2 for Hopkins and Pratt, and then 1 for a couple players. But yearly awards, MVP goes to Jalen Hurts now on the Falcons. Simpson all the way down at 6, having 48 touchdowns, 8 picks, and like 4,300 yards. All right, what did Jalen Hurts do? 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, only 5 picks, better completion percentage, and 540 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. All right, cool. But Leach at 5 for Offensive Player of the Year. Watt at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year, having 18 sacks. All right, cool. Of course, it goes to a division rival, as always. And then nobody really for Offensive or Defensive Rookie of the Year. But in the wild card, we're going to be facing the Titans. Really no build up for this game other than we should beat them. Also, we had the best defense in the league, apparently. So switching to the Bills defensive playbook. Definitely worked. Holy shit. Not only were we the best defense in the league, we were the best by 31 total points per game allowed. Or not per game, but just total allowed. And 400 yards, almost 400 yards. Yeah, our defense was pretty good, as it should have been this whole time, but playbooks matter way too much. But all right, can we beat the Titans? Probably not, but we'll see. Okay, we do. Kyler on the Giants. All right, we win 35-31. That's a lot closer than it should have been, but at least we win. But now we're going to be facing the Bills in the divisional. It looks like they beat the Raiders 13-6. What a game that must have been. A defensive battle, possibly a snow game. Actually, yeah, it was in Buffalo, so probably. But all right, can we move on to the conference championship in back-to-back years? We do. We're going to be facing the Bengals. We are a 93 to their 90, so they're pretty good too. They might be the second highest overall team. I mean, maybe there's a 91. Let me see. The Rams are a 90. That's kind of rare. Normally, they absolutely fall apart. The Lions are a 90. They also have Dak. Interesting. The Eagles are a 91. The Falcons are a 90. So there are a few 90s and a 91. We are the best team by 2 overall, but there are other good teams. But can we move on to back-to-back Super Bowls? We deserve it, and we do. We win 34-12. That might be scoregami. That's a really weird score. I wonder if that would be. It's giving me college football scores. NFL. Oh, that would be scoregami. Just kidding, it wouldn't. I hate the AI overview thing. It's always wrong. Always. Because there have been 6 different times with 34-12 games, but the AI thing says no. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I love empty threats. I don't know. But we are gonna be facing the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. I don't know if we're gonna jump into this one. I mean, I guess it didn't go well last time we did. We got smoked. And I feel like we're gonna be in some Super Bowls. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna jinx it, and we're not gonna make another one. But plus, I want to make this video not like 3 hours long, especially when I have to get it out soon. So let's simulate this game. Can we win our first Super Bowl of the rebuild, please? And we do. 26-24. Okay, so we get our first Super Bowl win. Finally, it took a while. Honestly, it honestly took longer than it should. But hey, better late than never. So we now have achieved both goals, but now the other question is, how many Super Bowls can we win, and how long can we stay as the best team in the league? We've been the best for 2 years now, or has it been 3? I don't know. And we have 1 Super Bowl win, so we're doing pretty well, especially for this being a 0 overall team to start out. But we're gonna have some re-signings to make. This is where the team could fall apart. We do have money, a little bit. I mean, not enough to get all these players back, but the big one I want back is Jelani Archer. We'll offer him 6 years, 182. That's honestly not that bad. And he does take it. That's cool. And now we are out of money. So let me see if we can restructure some deals, but it's tough because we're really not paying that many players. I mean, we're paying some, but it surprises me that we're already this broke when we're not paying a QB yet. Well, I guess we are because he's on the 5th year now. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Still, it would be nice to have more money. I mean, I guess that's the problem of life, isn't it? It would always be nice to have more money. Okay, we now have 36 mil. Larry Leach is actually interested. Can we afford him? We can. Would he take player friendly? I don't know if I want to risk it. Let's just go very player friendly. It's expensive, but it's the sacrifice you got to make. But how are we going to pay our QB? We can find a way. We'll re-sign him. Never mind, we won't. All right, cool. Well, you're getting tagged, bud. It's 42 mil. Does Antonio Swan want to re-sign first? 3 years, 77 mil. He takes it. And now we'll tag Larry Leach and we'll go way into the negatives, but at least we kind of get to keep our good players. We'll pick up the 5th year for Cortez Orchard. We're not going to pick it up for Tyler Simmons. He's pretty replaceable, and I don't want this team to be even more expensive. But all right, let's get to the draft, and we'll see what we want to do. I honestly don't really have a plan. I should, but I don't. Because, like, we don't have that many needs. We just need to plan for the future. And I guess maybe take a tight end. I mean, Bird isn't bad, but he's already 25. He's not going to develop that much. So let's see what we can do in the draft. But okay, we obviously pick at number 32 for winning the Super Bowl. Feels good, but also that's the downside of winning the Super Bowl. It kind of ruins your future, but that's more than worth it. 31 is a way worse pick because it's bad and you don't win a Super Bowl. But let's see, what do we want to do here? I was thinking about taking a tight end. There was 1 first-round talent, but he already got picked, and then the rest is kind of mid. Ooh, wait, there is a first to second round talent UDFA blocking tight end, of course. So we'll take him later, pretty soon probably before he gets stolen. There's Dave Cofield, I focus scouted him. And what corners are left? I was looking at some and some look pretty good. Mike Kitchens, oh, ooh, okay. How about, who was the other one? Was it Kirksey? Yeah, ooh, he also looks really good. Better play rec too, not as fast, but close. This is a really good secondary class, and we do need secondary. But all right, I think we're going to go with Cofield. I mean, I think some of these corners are really good, but I do think we can get Kirksey later. We don't necessarily need O-line or corner right now, but we will in the future. So we'll go with Dave Cofield first. Honestly, if you had me guess, I would probably guess he's like a first to second round talent. Because, I mean, he looks good. He has great strength. He has a few A ratings, but sometimes I imagine, you know, first round talents looking a little better than Cofield. Maybe he's like ranked 20 something. But either way, that's a pretty good pick, so we'll take him. No, he's number 13. 91 strength. We'll see what some of his other ratings are, but he's 345 pounds. Definitely not a scheme fit, but a good player, so we'll take it. But now at the end of round 2, let's go with one of the corners here. Let's take Antonio Kirksey. I think that other corner was better, but, you know, if I wanted that guard, I was going to have to take him there. But, I mean, Kirksey looks really good, too. He actually could be better. A-man, B-press, B-zone, C-playrec, which is basically an A for a corner, because it doesn't, I don't think it goes past a C, at least in strong draft classes. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he looks really good. We're going to take him. Ranked 19, got him at 64. What does surprise me is the guard is better than him. He, of course, has normal dev because the game hates me, but good player. Really good pick. I hate the mutton chops, but he's good. And now round 3. Who's like the best player we could take? Probably the tight end, right? Where is he? We probably don't need to take him yet. We maybe could get away with taking him like, I don't know, even as late as round 6, but I don't want to risk it. I mean, good players do get taken early in draft classes a lot of the time. So, hey, we're going to take him here. Ranked 33, picked him at 96, hidden dev. I think we're going to start him. We'll see. Depends on his overall, but at rank 33, he's probably a 75, so we'll take it. And then let's see, is there anyone else here worth taking? Oh, the other second to third round projected. Oh, no, they're still here. I thought they showed up when I sorted by the whole draft class. I guess not. Whatever. Ooh, Devon Brooks honestly doesn't look bad. Only decent strength, but B run block as a good pass blocker. I wish he had better impact block, though. He's probably just decent, but I don't really know who else to take, so I might just take him. Dalvin Johnson looks good, but we have so many defensive tackles. Oh, he looks really good. What? All right, sure, why not? He's fine. Rank 107. Does have hidden dev. See what I mean? Defensive tackles. He ran a 4.78 at like 300 and something pounds, probably. How are you not a first round talent? I mean, I know athleticism isn't everything, but he also had really good ratings. Or at least they looked good. But all right, I'm done picking. We'll see how he did. But okay, here's how he did in the draft. Both Cofield and Kirksey are 77s. That's fine for Kirksey. I'm surprised Cofield. I mean, at first, you know, I thought he would be a little worse than rank 13, but seeing rank 13 is only a 77, I thought he would be a little higher once I saw his ranking. But I mean, he's good. 95 impact blocking. That's why he's better than I expected, or at least was ranked higher than I would have expected. Okay, that makes sense. That's, again, the millionth reason why they need A+ ratings, because you would never know that, but in real life, you would be able to tell if someone is that good at something. But you have no idea here, because I'm sure an 85 and a 95 would both be A's. Maybe even as low as like an 82. I don't know. I don't know what the cutoff is for A ratings, but should be higher. But Kirksey is also a 77, no dev trait, but could start next year. We'll see. And then the last like important player we got was JJ Burnham. I think we'll start him again. Not the best receiver, only a 64 vertical threat, but whatever. That doesn't really matter in simulation at least. And then Dalvin Johnson's fine. At least he has a dev trait. And then Brandon Hutchinson, he's actually decent. No dev trait, of course, but he was like a deep projected UDFA, I think. I mean, he's at least a projected UDFA, but he's decent, 74 overall. He'll make the team. I mean, we only have like 3 receivers on the roster, so he'll be our 4th. And then the CPU picked another tight end. We'll take it. Hidden dev, sounds good. So good draft. No like insanely good players, but a lot of good players. Honestly, these have been kind of weak draft classes. Like, we haven't seen a really good one in a while. I mean, there were good players here, but nobody I was looking at, and only one guy we were in range of being able to get, Tyler Smith. Also, Mike Kitchens was better. No dev trait, but I was right. He was a little better. I mean, it's not like we really had an opportunity to take him unless unless we wanted to take him in the first round, then we wouldn't have gotten a guard. All right, I'm just rambling. Let's get into year number 7. Is it year 7? I'm losing track. Yeah, it's year 7, and let's see how the team's looking. But okay, we're looking good. We unfortunately can't really sign any depth because we still have like negative 27 mil or something. So we only have, 4 receivers on the roster. We don't really have a great second running back or a great first running back. I mean, ETN's 31 down to an 84 overall. I mean, he's still ranked 21 for running backs, but that's not amazing. I mean, he was really good last year, arguably his best year, at least in simulation. Well, a lot less touchdowns than he usually gets apparently, but whatever. At least for yards per carry, it was his best. Also, wait, is Simpson regressing? No, okay, good. I was gonna be really not happy. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna start Burnham at tight end. Bird, I mean, I know he is superstar dev, but he's already 25. It's gonna be hard to develop him, and Burnham could have superstar or X Factor or just star. We'll see. What's probably gonna happen is Burnham is gonna have star, and then Mentor is gonna have X Factor, and I'm gonna be really upset that I didn't start Mentor, but whatever. That's just the game you play in Madden sometimes, unfortunately. But we are once again a well-balanced team, 93 offense, 93 defense. This is a ridiculous roster. Oh yeah, and unsurprisingly, TJ Watt retired. That is what it is. I mean, he was really good, but Nealand was good when he played a couple years ago, and Walker's good, so it should be okay. But all right, that's all the team breakdown we really need to give. Let's get to the midseason point, and we'll see how the team's doing. It was really bad in the preseason, though, so that's fun. But all right, unsurprisingly, we're underperforming, as always. Love that. We're 4-3 with one of the worst offenses in the league, despite it being a 93 overall. That's super cool. The Rams are a 91. Same with the Eagles. So we're the highest overall team in the league by 2, and we're only 4-3 with one of the worst offenses in the league. I love this game. How many times can I say it in one rebuild? I just love this game so much. 10-year rebuilds don't drive me insane at all. But now we have to re-sign Cedric Simpson, and he's like the only player we're going to be able to bring back out of him, Max Kowalewski, Larry Leach, Max Mahoney, Michael Hopkins, Marco Peters, who I honestly forgot even existed. I don't know how. Danny Hayes, Trayvon Walker, Tyler Simmons, Marshawn Nealand, Travis Etienne. Okay, the cap is catching up with us. At least we've won a Super Bowl, but it might get rough. Oh, he's not expensive as I expected, honestly. I thought it was going to take up all our cap to re-sign him, but 6 years, 383 isn't cheap. Wait, why is it so different between neutral? Neutral and player friendly is like a 6 mil per year difference. That's crazy. But we'll offer him player friendly because we're going to have to, and he does take it. But now we can't really do anything else. It also said we would have 12 mil left, but apparently it lied. We only have 6.1. I don't understand, but sure. So we'll have to see who we can re-sign at the end of the year. I have no idea. All I know is we should be doing better this year, and we're not. Big surprise. But all right, let's get to the end of the year, and hopefully we can make the playoffs. Actually, is there anyone we could bench? Have I benched a lineman yet in this rebuild? I feel like there's been nobody that's like been bad enough to bench at the midseason at least. Okay, Antonio Swan, of course. Jerry Casey really sucks. Back-to-back years, he's been horrible. We just cannot find a good center. Okay, we'll bench Swan at least for the second time. He's just on the tag though, right? Or no, we re-signed him, didn't we? Oh God. I mean, maybe we can put him in at guard or something. Is there a single lineman in this game that is like consistently good? Even Taylor Moton, who I thought was the one who's consistently good, was pretty bad for us one year. I mean, I know we're pass heavy, but still. All right, we'll bench Swan. I don't know who for, but we should. I think we have a lot of depth linemen now that we've drafted so many. Let's try Snowden, I guess. I don't feel great about that, but we'll see. But okay, we do bounce back, and we finish 13-4. We only lost one more game in the second half of the year. Once again, looks like that was thanks to Cedric Simpson. 4,500 yards, 47 touchdowns, 7 picks, and watch him not even make the top 10 for MVP. Actually, he could win it this year. 74 completion percentage, 123 passer rating. We'll take it. But ETN was terrible. Okay, we're gonna need a new running back again. We might draft one. I don't like drafting running backs because 90% of the time they just don't play well, but we'll see. Larry Leach, 1,260 yards, 19 touchdowns, almost 1,200 for Orchard, 880 for Wilford, 869 nice for Burnham, 9 touchdowns. I kind of wish he did better to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but he still might. We'll see. He'll probably get number 2. Oh, God. Jerry Casey, 13 sacks allowed from center. All right, well, we're going to need to move him to right guard. He can't be trusted at center. I guess we'll move, like, Palmer to center or something. I don't know. That's terrible. But Snowden was really good at right tackle. I'm glad we benched Swan for him. I don't know what we're going to do with our O-line. We just cannot find a mix of players that actually plays as well as it should. It drives me insane. But Hopkins, 103 tackles. TFL's 13 for Walker and Blackwell, 12 for Nealand, 11 for Noel, whatever his last name is. But 14.5 sacks for Trayvon Walker, 13 for Noel, 10.5 for Blackwell, only 7.5 for Nealand. He kind of had one good year and then fell off. I mean, we kind of replaced him, to be fair, but I guess he's only been here for 3 years and has only played 2, but he's been okay. And then picks, 3 for Simmons and Archer, 2 for Pratt, and 1 for Kirksey. The problem with the Bills' defensive playbook is it doesn't get any picks, but that's kind of the trade-off you take for it actually being a good playbook. And we get cucked for MVP. CJ Stroud wins it, Simpson at 2. That's cool. That's fun. Lamar wins Offensive Player of the Year, Leach at 4, Simpson at 6. The voices are getting louder. Walker at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. We get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year by a division rival. Have I ever told you how much I love this game? It's great. No issues. I mean, that's just unlucky more than the game being bad, but that's still annoying. But we are now up to a 95 overall team. Now, this is probably where we're going to peak. We're going to lose everybody this year, but we are the highest overall team in the league by 3 overall. The Eagles are second at a 92. So we're doing pretty good. Now we're going to lose to the Jags in the wild card because they're 9-8, but I'm accepting our fate. Okay, we do win. 28-22, closer than it should have been, but at least we win. Now the Texans in the divisional, can we beat them? We do. We're in the conference championship again against a 9-8 Colts team. We're 7 overall better than them. We're just slightly better. Can we move on to our 3rd Super Bowl in a row? We do. We win 24-21. And we are going to be taking on the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. I want to see, did we get any good dev traits? Ooh, okay, it doesn't really matter that Burnham didn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year because he does already have X Factor. Of course. He didn't gain it or anything, it doesn't look like. He just straight up had it. That's cool. We still don't know what Mentors is. We're in the Super Bowl week. I thought they automatically get revealed in the Super Bowl week. Or are we not in it yet? Wait, maybe we're not in it yet. No, we are. Maybe if you're in the Super Bowl, it doesn't reveal because you still have a game left. I don't know. We'll check in a second, but can we win our 2nd Super Bowl of the 10-year 0 overall rebuild? Let's find out. We deserve it, and we absolutely destroy the Vikings 31-9. Was that the score of the Bucks 49ers Super Bowl? It was. I don't know why I remember that. Or Bucks Chiefs, not Bucks 49ers. I don't know why I remember that, but that's an interesting score. I guess it stuck out to me. I don't know. But this is where the team is really gonna fall apart, unfortunately. We have -10 mil, and we have to re-sign Max Kowalewski, Larry Leach, Max Mahoney. We'll pick up the 5th year for Johnny Wilford, Michael Hopkins, Marco Peters, Danny Hayes, Trayvon Walker, Tyler Simmons, who got star dev, Marshawn Nealand. GG's. Goodbye, team. It was nice knowing y'all. Well, let me see. We should be able to restructure some deals, unless we want to just, not push the cap back to the future, but I guess we could probably free up a decent bit and get some of these guys back. So yeah, actually, let me see. We are able to free up a bit, a cap. Actually, a pretty decent amount. I forgot how many contracts we do already have. So who do we want to re-sign here? Who do I think is the most important out of this group? How did Kowalewski do this year? 10 sacks allowed. Plus, he's not interested. Oh, we can't really afford him anyways. He's asking almost 40 mil per year. I mean, we could barely afford him. We could afford neutral, but we couldn't afford very player friendly. I think Leach is going to be the option here. Or Trayvon Walker. Maybe it should be Trayvon Walker because we're going to have no pass rush if we let him go. Okay, we'll do player friendly 3 years for Trayvon Walker. We're going to offer Larry Leach a team friendly 5-year deal. He's not going to take it, obviously, but we're just doing that so we can tag him. That's a very expensive tag, but it's necessary. So we're good. We definitely came out of that a worse team, but not as bad as it could have been. We definitely have more issues with the team now, but it's fixable. It's survivable. So let's get to the draft and let's see what we can do. This O-line really scares me though. But okay, in the draft, of course, we pick at number 32 once again. Getting a little repetitive with our picks here, but we definitely won't complain about winning the Super Bowl. Damn it, the linebacker's gone. There was a top 5 talent linebacker. He got picked. picked. But hold on. Oh, okay. Benson isn't nearly as good as I expected. I mean, he has A man, A awareness. I should have thought about trading up. I just assumed Benson would have been a top 5 talent here if we couldn't have gotten, I don't remember what his name was. That sucks. I should have played that different. But there's still, I mean, Julius Cohen looks pretty good. There's still definitely players here. I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know how I just picked him, but I took Paul Lenz, kind of on accident, but that's who I was going to take because he was a first-round talent. No dev trade, of course, because the game hates me and hates good things, and I don't even know what else, but he's a good player. That's all we can really take. And let's see, let's go with the linebacker here, because we have like 0 linebackers on the roster. Julius Cohen looks good. Poor acceleration, so he's not going to be great. Probably normal dev, but he looks good. Ranked 30, normal dev. He's a good player. That's all we can do. And then round 3, we might just go with another linebacker because we kind of do need another. Is there like a really good outside linebacker? Not really. Maybe Price, but I don't love the block shedding, and he might be good. We'll take him. Ranked 95, got him at 96. At least he has a dev trait. This is going to be the worst looking draft we've had so far by a lot, but we filled our needs, at least as many as we could. And let's see, is there a good running back left? I might just pick running back for the rest of this draft. Who should we pick, though? I don't like taking power backs. They're never that good, but Terrence Keys might be good. I mean, he has a lot of A ratings. Has elite jumping, good speed, great excel. Sure. Ranked 31. Ooh, first-round talent. Why would he have a good dev trait? All right, I'm picking another one. We need a dev trait at running back. How about, I don't know, he might have been the only good one. Taj Sampson, or Ty, I don't know how you say that. Okay. Another pick where we took the player who was projected to go 1 pick before where we took him. Of course, he has a dev trait, but he isn't good, so that's tough. But yeah, this is our worst looking draft class so far. I mean, it was still technically good based on where these players were supposed to go, but we didn't get anyone great. If Lenz had a dev trait, I would be, more willing to start him. I don't even know if he is going to start, though. I guess he has to. It's either him or like 30-year-old Martin Emerson at this point, or however old he is. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Cohen's going to have to start. Price might even have to start, I think. And then Keys is going to have to start. Like, these are 4 starters, but none of them were that great. I don't know if there might have been a better option. There was definitely a better way to play that. What are these? This was a horrible draft class. Sheldon Ware was the linebacker. Of course, went 2 picks before us. Oh, he doesn't have a dev trait anyways. Okay, that wouldn't have been, I mean, that would have been a good pick, but not that crazy. Okay, so it isn't just a skill issue. This draft class was terrible. Like, this might be the worst one I've ever seen for using strong draft classes. Like, 278s in the top 5 is crazy. But hey, we got what we could. We're still a really good team. So let's get into year 8. Coming down to the end here, and we'll see how the team's looking. But okay, we are still a 92 overall heading into the year. Definitely some concerns with this team, but not much we can really do about it because we're broke. It's not like we can really trade for anyone because we're broke. But we still should be a good team. Being a 92 overall, still the highest overall team in the league. At least I would assume. I don't really feel like checking anymore, but I'm sure we still are. But this is the O-line we're going to go with. Another major concern of this team because we don't really have any depth anymore. I just smacked my mic, sorry, but like it feels like we've drafted a billion linemen, yet we still just have the guys that are starting, and that's it. I mean, I guess we have Cook as a backup, but he's already 26. It's going to be hard for him to develop. The roster's getting really thin, but I guess that kind of happens when you've won back-to-back Super Bowls. I think our defense should be good. I am worried about our pass rush, but it's not like Nealand was great anyways. We'll see how Walker does. I guess we have 2 Walkers now. That's going to be confusing, but all right, let's get into the year. We'll still get to the midseason point of year 8, and we will see how we do. Okay, somehow this is our best year so far. We're 7-0. I mean, we deserve it, because again, best team in the league for like the millionth time. Don't know how many times I can try to get that point across, but I'm surprised that this is the year where we don't really have a great running back. The O-line is maybe questionable. I mean, we'll definitely take it, but it's surprising. It looks like our offense is absolutely carrying, but I mean, our defense is really good too, so I don't know. Just our pass D isn't great, but I guess that makes sense. We don't have the best safeties in the world. Ooh, okay, I saw some of the stats. We'll save that for later. We'll see if it keeps up, but it's pretty good so far. But we once again have some re-signings, and it's rough. We're starting out with negative 7.1 mil, and we have to re-sign Larry Leach, Darren Noel, Kalen Bullock, Cortez Orchard. That's not super fun. maybe we can tag Leach again. I mean, if we lose the others, like, it's just a safety, DT2, and wide receiver 2. So, like, they're really good players, but could be replaceable. I'm the most worried about Bullock out of that group, because we don't really have another good safety, at least not yet. But all right, that's all for us to do at the midseason. We're not able to re-sign anyone, so let's get to the end of the year, and once again, let's see how we finish. I doubt we're gonna go 17-0, but I think that would be a first in my entire time doing YouTube, unless we did some crazy, like, 99 overall team that I don't remember. I don't know. Damn it. Okay, we finish 15-2, getting finally our first round bye of the rebuild. We got kind of smacked by the Texans, but then we smacked the Titans, so I don't know. Weird last 2 weeks, especially being a 15-2 team. But for stats, Simpson, very good year. Not as good as he was doing at the midseason. By the midseason, through 7 games, he already had 24 touchdowns. That would be on pace for like 50 something. I don't know exactly what, but maybe like 54. I don't know. Either way, really good year. We'll take it. Terrence Keys was awful. I mean, as we expected, 3.3 per carry. Not like he's a great overall, but that's rough. Good thing we don't run the ball much. But we had 3 1,000-yard receivers. 1,500 for Leach, 13 touchdowns, 1,100 for Orchard, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 for Burnham, and almost 1,000 for Wilford. We almost had 4 1,000-yard receivers, probably because our run game was so bad. Wow, Cofield was horrible at left guard. Okay, the rest of the line was not great. 45 sacks. Simpson is like on pace to be the most sacked quarterback of all time, despite having a really good offensive line in front of him. That's cool. Some quarterbacks make the O-line play better in Madden. I mean, and in real life too, but especially in Madden. Simpson is apparently not one of those guys, which is fine because he's good at everything else, but that's his one downfall. Not the best at evading sacks, apparently, but Richmond, 95 tackles, TFLs 13 for Blackwell, 12 for Walker, and sacks? 13 for Aries Walker led the team. 9.5 for Noel, 8.5 for Blackwell, only 4.5 for Trayvon Walker. That's not fun. That's not as good. But picks, 3 for Pratt, 2 for Archer, and then 1 for like 5 different players. But MVP finally goes to Cedric Simpson. That's huge. Cedric Simpson at 4 for Offensive Player of the Year. Leach all the way down at 6. That's surprising. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson. It's the same top 2 as it always has been. Fun. Aries Walker at number 10. I'm also surprised he wasn't a little higher. But Terrence Keys does win Offensive Rookie of the Year, despite not being very good. But maybe that'll make him good. I mean, he should get Star Dev, unless it randomly gives it to... There's another Leach. But, you know, it sometimes gives it to number 2 for God knows what reason. And then Price at number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But we are looking very good. How many hidden... I don't know if we had any good hidden devs. I mean, we only had like 1 for starters. And let's see, I'm going to bench Cofield for the playoffs. He was terrible. But yeah, like our only hidden dev was Price, and he only has stars, so that is what it is. I was hoping Lenz could do better at safety, but I don't even think he was up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year, was he? I don't know. But all right, let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. It is going to be the 9-8 Miami Dolphins. They are a 90 overall. That's interesting. The Rams are a 92, so we're not like far and away the highest overall team. The Eagles are also a 92. The Cowboys are a 93. We're barely the highest overall team now. We still are, but it's close. Of course, it's the Cowboys and the Chiefs that are the 2 highest. I mean, we're controlling the Chiefs, so that's a little different, but still. Ooh, can we finally get a Chiefs-Cowboys Super Bowl? I mean, that was the one that happened literally every year in Madden 24. Can it happen again here? Watch us lose to the Dolphins. No, okay, we beat them. 35-14, we smack them. But now the Raiders, our division rival. I don't know if we've faced them in the playoffs yet. Maybe, and I just don't remember, but I don't think so. But can we move on to yet another Super Bowl? I feel like I'm saying Super Bowl. I'm trying to say Super Bowl, but I'm saying it weird. But we do. We win 21-18. We've really built a special team here. I mean, obviously. Even after losing a lot of good players, we're still the highest overall team in the league. And we're in the Super Bowl. We have a rematch from last year. Is this the one that just happened? Or was this one a couple years ago? No, last year was the Vikings. What am I trying to click? Oh, we don't get the year recap yet because it isn't over. But yeah, last year was Vikings. Oh, the year before was Falcons. Oh yeah, we lost to the Eagles. I forgot about that. But hey, that makes this even better. Can we get revenge on the Eagles? So we'll get our whole +1 pass blocking. Antonio Swan, good, because he needs it. But all right, can we go back to back to back in Super Bowl wins and make up for the loss a few years ago? I don't know. It doesn't say it in the top stories section. Fun. We lose to the Eagles again. That sucks. That's not fun. Man, the Eagles kind of own us here. I mean, ew. 17-0. What are these Super Bowls, man? I don't know. But all right, it is what it is. We've already won a couple. Well, I'm fine with that. But let's get into year 9, the second to last year. Really coming down to the end here. But unfortunately, we have negative 23 mil in cap space. I think we can restructure to be positive for cap space, but I don't know how much we can free up. Actually, we can free up a lot. Never mind. Okay, we'll see how much we end up with. Restructuring always feels like cheating. It feels so strong, but I mean, it's a real thing. Also, teams are apparently doing like some weird insurance thing now where it basically creates like fake cap space for them. I don't even know. That seems like cheating. I'm surprised that isn't like outlawed. It probably will be soon. It should be. That defeats the whole purpose of having a salary cap. I feel like they should ban that. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but it still seems weird. But okay, we were able to free up to 17 mil, which isn't gonna be enough to bring any of these guys back. Actually, maybe? We're gonna have to be careful, but can we get Kalen Bullock back? Oh, it's really close. Okay, so I would go 4 years, 74 mil. He doesn't take it, damn it. How about, we can't really afford anyone else here. Noel's close, but 4 years, 74.8. Oh, he does take it. Okay, let's restructure that deal now. Speaking of like cheating the salary cap. So that frees up 4 mil, so now we can offer Leach a really terrible offer. I wish you could just not have to make an offer and could just, you know, do the franchise tag, but unfortunately you have to submit an offer first for some reason. Wow, no way he rejects it. Okay, you're getting tagged for like the third year in a row. Now, negative 40 mil in cap. I wish we could have brought Bullock back, but it's not the end of the world. But let's get to the draft once again. We really have not done much in free agency in this rebuild, but to be fair, we've been pretty successful building this team through the draft, so doesn't really matter. But all right, we pick at number 31, which is the worst pick to have. I mean, I guess either that or like the first pick, depending on how you look at it. I don't know. Oh, okay, there's a top 5 talent. Did I focus scout him? I can't remember. I mean, I must have, because I don't think we have interior O-line as a position. I focus scouted Dyson. I remember that. He's good. So yeah, we must have. And then I also focus scouted Danny Bayless. He looks good. I thought he would be a little better, but he looks good. But, I mean, hey, let's take a top 5 talent. Why not? Ranked number 2, got him at 31. Is O-line the biggest need? Maybe. Actually, it still might be. Either that or safety, but you don't necessarily have to have good overall safeties for them to play well. Honestly, a lot of the time they play the same, whether they're like a 78 or like a 95 in simulation. So I guess you can say the same about O-line, but whatever. But speaking of safety, there really isn't that good of one unless Gio Goings. He looks fine. I like the awareness in the man in the pursuit, but the play rec in the acceleration aren't great. We might take him though. I mean, he looks good. Okay, yeah, we will. There isn't a good corner left, so we'll take him. Ranked 63, got him at 63. At least he has hidden dev, but not the best pick. It was fine. And let's see, I'm sure all the good linebackers are gone. I left it as our focus position because we still kind of needed it. Yup. Let's see, how about Pierre Jackson? Not the best play rec or block shed. He does have a few elite traits. We'll still take him. I don't really care. Rank 69, nice. Okay, this wasn't the best draft ever. I mean, our first pick was good, but other than that, it was kind of mid. But at this point, it's like, we don't really have that many more needs left, so we're kind of just doing whatever, because why not? Ooh, that's a good running back, though. Chris Ginn, ranked 22, got him at 127. We'll take that. I mean, I don't know if he's going to start. I guess it depends on if our running back from last year got star dev. We'll see. But okay, this was a pretty good draft. Whitfield, 83 overall. We'll take that. Second best player in the class. Sounds good to me. Don't know where we're gonna play him, but we'll play him somewhere. Maybe left guard, but the center to guard experiments have been not the best. I don't know. I guess just our line in general hasn't been the best, even though it should be. But Gio Goings is whatever. I don't even know if I want to start him. I was hoping he would be a little better. He's okay. Then Pierre Jackson Simpson is fine. Chris Ginn is good. Not gonna start, but he maybe should. We'll see what we want to do. We have some interesting players we can start. And then CPU, of course, doubled up on the same position. It's fun. 2 receivers and then a right tackle. All right, nobody good. But let's get into year 9, the second to last year. And can we win another Super Bowl before the end of this? We will see. But okay, heading into year number 9, I accidentally picked there won't be a battle between whatever position battle, and it gave the entire team -10 morale. That's fun. I wish that just wasn't an option, because like after you do it the first time, you know what it's gonna be, and then you just accidentally pick it and it just ruins your team. I mean, thankfully I don't think it'll, you know, affect anything, at least hopefully not, but it's still annoying. It makes the team look not as good. But either way, up to a 93 overall still, 95 offense, 91 defense. And by the way, Aries Walker somehow didn't get star dev, having 13 sacks. Like, I feel like 10 sacks should be an automatic normal to star. I don't know why that isn't. Like, little things like that are just so strange in this game. I'm not saying it should be like an automatic star to superstar, although maybe it should, but at least like normal to star. Oh well. Oh yeah, and by the way, these are the safeties we're gonna start. We're gonna go with Hatcher and of course Goings, because we don't really have another strong safety. Hatcher was a corner, but he went up and overall at safety, so we'll see what he can do there. He has superstar. He's already 25, but at least he has superstar dev, so we'll see if he can develop. If not, it's not the end of the world, but we do need a safety pretty bad. But yeah, still a very good team. Hopefully our run game and blocking are better this year, but let's get to the midseason point once again, and we will see. I mean, we're overdue for a down year. Hopefully that isn't this year. Hopefully that just never happens, but we will see. Hopefully it doesn't happen in year 10. If it happened in year 10, that would be disappointing, but it wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately. Okay, we are 6-1 at the midseason. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna have an undefeated season or anything. Obviously not this year, but probably not gonna happen next year. I mean it could, but probably not. It looks like we have a really good offense and a really good defense. Not the best for defensive yards. I do want to check the blocking, of course. Ooh. Okay, Simpson isn't having the best year of his career. 7 picks. Keys is still bad. I almost want to start Ginn, but I don't know. The receivers are going crazy. How about the blocking? Ooh, Casey at right guard, and Swan, and Palmer, all doing really bad, but we don't really have anyone to put in for them. Blackwell already has 8 sacks through 7 games. All right. We'll just leave the team how it is, honestly. There isn't really much we can do. I mean, I guess we can try Cofield at right guard, but we've tried Cofield and it didn't go well. I guess we can try it though, but we're benching like our highest overall lineman. Not that overall really means anything, but still, it'll make the team look a little worse. This game is just hard to figure out. There's just no consistency with anything. But will Larry Leach finally re-sign with us? We'll go 5 years, 219 mil, and he does. Good Lord. Took like 5 years, but we finally got him back. It looks like we're gonna be losing our entire offensive line though. Casey, Palmer, Snowden, Swan, all need contracts. That's fun. Same with Wilford, Richmond. This might be a rough final year, unfortunately. We'll see, but it could be. But all right, let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. Okay, we go 12-5. We definitely should be better. This was kind of a down year. At least we made the playoffs still, but I mean, as a 94 overall, I guess we are only by 1 overall, the highest overall team in the league, so nothing really changed, but 12-5 is fine. It's not like we're far and away the best. Our defense was really good this year, but our offense was a little mid. Let's see what happened. 4,400 yards for Simpson, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks. Keys was good-ish. Actually wasn't great, 3.8 per carry. But Leach, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 for Wilford, 970 for Burnham, 900 for Hutchinson, which I kind of forgot we needed a receiver, but Hutchinson is fine. He did all right. And then, can we find a center who will play well? 12 sacks allowed as an 89 overall pass blocker is absurd. Top 5 center in the league, by the way. Love that. Swan did better. Whitfield was bad. Snowden was really good. And then Cofield did really well at right guard. I don't know what we're going to do for this O-line for the final year, because we're going to be losing like half of these guys. Or, I mean, 4 out of 5 of these guys. Or I guess 4 out of 6, I think. But Price, 102 tackles of the team. TFL's 25 for Black Blackwell, 16 for Noel, 11 for Walker, and 10 for Walker. And then 14 sacks for Blackwell, 11.5 for Trayvon Walker, 10 for Aries Walker. Will he finally get star dev? Probably not. 6 for Noel, and then interceptions, 3 for Price and Hatcher, 2 for Pratt, and then 1 for a couple players. So our defense absolutely carried us this year. Our offense was not as good. Still good, but not as good as it should have been. But let's see. Blackwell at 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. Ginn at 5 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Goings at 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. We have really not won many awards. We've won 1 MVP and like 3 Rookie of the Year awards. I don't know if it's been 3. It might have been more than that, but not a lot. But we're going to be taking on the Jags in the wild card at 9-8, of course. Of course, an 8-9 team made the playoffs too. But let's see, can we beat the Jags? Please. We do. We're taking on the Bills in the divisional. Can we beat the Bills? I'm really going quick through these playoff games. We do. But in the conference championship, the Houston Texans at 13-4, better record despite having a 5 overall worst team. We had a better defense than them, but they had a better offense despite their offense being 6 overall lower than ours. We have a 97 overall offense, by the way, and it's barely top 10. Let's see if we can move on to another Super Bowl. Ooh, we might not have. It looks like CJ Stroud had a good game. Good thing it doesn't tell us what the score was. We got beat 31-7 by a team that was 5 overall worse than us. Cool. Let's get into the final year. The more I go into 10-year rebuilds thinking, oh, hey, this won't be too bad. Madden isn't too bad. Well, I know it's bad, but I just think, you know, hey, I'll survive. And then we play, and then I'm reminded of how bad simulation truly is. A 20-year rebuild might be a mistake, but we'll see. Hit that like button if you want to see me suffer. I'm so dramatic. It's a game, but whatever. Let me be dramatic. But let's see. We still have some big re-signings, obviously. We're going to let Casey go. Cofield, I mean, I guess we'll pick up the 5th year. We won't get to that point anyways. I want Wilford back, but I don't think we're going to be able to re-sign him. But let's see who we can restructure, and we'll see if we have money. Probably not, but maybe a little bit to work with. Yeah, some of these deals actually free up a lot of money, which I'm thankful for, because we need it. Okay, we now have 36 mil. That should be enough to re-sign somebody, but who do we want the most? Probably Wilford, because we really don't have another receiver, or we won't have another receiver other than Leach if we don't bring him back. I also do want Snowden back. We could tag Snowden. I also want Richmond back. Aries Walker needs a deal too. Oh God. Okay, I think I would maybe prefer Walker over Snowden, but I don't know. Also, how has Walker still not gotten star dev? I don't know, man. Let's see. I'll go Wilford. We'll go player friendly, 5 years, 114 mil. Please take it. Thank you. We will offer Aries Walker. Oh, we can't afford him. Never mind. So I guess Snowden's been good, but how much do I trust him? I guess I trust him. Like, what other choice do we really have? Although, wait, hold on. Let me do one thing. How much would restructuring Wilford? Ooh, 7 mil. Hold up, that might be enough. I can't restructure any of these other ones, right? Just to be sure, because we can maybe survive here. I mean, well, maybe close to survive. Ooh, 20K, huge. Ooh, another 20K. Okay, 23 mil. That is enough to go very player-friendly for Walker. Please take it, please. Ooh, you little... All right, so we're not going to be able to get Walker back. How about Richmond? No. How about somebody? How about... I don't want Palmer back. He's bad, but we might need to bring one of these linemen back just because we won't have any, and we'll have too many other positions to need to fill. Okay, Palmer resigns, and then I guess Hatcher. And is there anyone else I even, like, remotely want back? Not anyone that we can afford. Okay, we'll finally tag Snowden and go way into the negatives. I guess I did what I could. Would have been nice to get Walker back, though. But all right, let's get into the final draft of this rebuild. It's been a long one. The team's definitely been in better shape, but we're honestly not that far away from being a good team again. We just need another edge rusher and a right tackle and maybe a receiver, and then we're kind of good. We'll see. Just saw Baker Mayfield in the timeline getting compared to Drew Brees. Not compared, but like skill level wise, that's something. But okay, this is the highest draft pick we've had in a while, but I mean, still only number 30. But let's see who's gonna be available with this pick. I focus scouted some players. I'm not sure who's still gonna be here or who's even good. I don't know if any of them are still here. Okay, Bass is not that good. He had a lot of potential A ratings, but a lot of them are Bs. How about the defensive ends? They're just not here. Okay, that's tough. But there are some good receivers. Zach Campbell, Andrew Godfrey. Are they worth taking, though? I don't know if they would be upgrades unless they do have a dev trait, which is kind of unlikely. So I think it might be better to go with an edge rusher here. It's just so hard to get a good one like round 3 and later. But I don't know. There isn't even a good one here. Like, Tally looks like maybe the best, and he's only a 2nd to 3rd round talent. Chat, we might be cooked. Not gonna lie. We might be. Will Wilson, that's a name. All right, do I want to reach on Jermaine Tally? Not necessarily. Let's just go with a good player. Which receiver do we want to go with? Zach Campbell. He has elite acceleration, but also ran a 4.57. Okay. And then Andrew Godfrey also ran a 4.57. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll go with Zach Campbell. Show me that normal dev and make me cry. Okay, no, he is hidden. Okay, good. 80 or 95 excel, only 88 speed, but he's good. Ranked 20, got him at 30. We'll take it because we have to. Let's see. I guess we'll have... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot it scouted safeties. Ooh. We might just go with a safety here. TJ Springs looks pretty good too, though. I guess we could maybe wait and take him, but Bayless is good. Like, are any of these guys gonna start, though? I just don't know. Honestly, looking at him, I would guess Tyreek Daniels is better than Brian Samuels, but apparently not. Ooh, Chad Thomas looks pretty good. I don't know. We should go with an edge rusher here. I just don't know if I want to. Let's go with Chad Thomas, I think. What's his speed? It depends. Only solid speed, but elite acceleration. Do we really need him, though? Like, would he even play? Like, at this point, we should really just be going for the players that have have the best chance to start year 1, because it's going to be the last year. And I don't think taking a DB would really do anything for us, even though they do look good. We need an edge rusher. That would be the biggest upgrade, and then a tackle, or a guard that we're going to play at tackle. So let's go with a D-lineman. It's going to be a reach, but we need somebody. I mean, there really just isn't anyone left, though. I mean, we waited too long, but even the ones that were available just didn't look very good. It's just kind of the situation we're in. Why am I looking at coverage? I meant to look at pass rush moves. I mean, there is an A finesse moves guy, but I don't know if that actually is good or if it just says it is. None of these guys even look worth taking at all. I mean, Will Givens looks good, but he's a D tackle. At least he would be for us. We might have to do something goofy. Maybe we should take him. Okay, we're gonna get weird for this final year. Let's go with Will Givens. I don't think he's great, but I think we're gonna move him to defensive tackle and move one of our defensive tackles out to defensive end. I know that's weird, but let's take him. Ranked 70, got him at 62. He isn't great, but like I said, he will go up once we move him to defensive tackle, so I think that'll be worth it. This is a really weird draft, but it's what we gotta do. I, again, don't think it's the best class. I mean, it might be good, but I don't think it's great for the positions we're looking at, of course. But let's see. Let's go with... I don't know if this guy's great, but he looks okay. Spencer McFerrin, elite strength, but just not really great at a whole lot else. I mean, good impact and lead blocker, but no A ratings other than that. I mean, I still think he's fine. We'll take him. He's okay. No dev trait, though. Okay, we'll probably take another lineman. All right, I'm done drafting. Well, I'm not done, but I'm done showing them because I don't think there's anyone else here that's too good, but I tried. But okay, this was a solid draft. I mean, it was fine. Zach Campbell is decent. I don't even know if we're gonna start him because he's only a 75. Maybe. We'll see. He probably just has star dev, though. We'll see. Will Givens is a 76 at defensive tackle, though. I mean, he is good. He was only a 73 or 2 at defensive end, so that was a good move. And then we'll move one of our other defensive tackles to defensive end, I think. Not like ideal or anything, but it's kind of what we gotta do. And then Spencer McFerrin's whatever. Jeremiah Starks, whatever. I picked Will Wilson. He sucks. The CPU picked Markel Thomas. He actually has star dev, but he also sucks. And then a corner. Yippee. But we're still looking good. I'll rearrange the depth chart, and let's get into the final year here. Probably the worst team probably the worst our team has been in a while, but still good. But okay, here we are heading into the final year. Up to a 91 overall, which, again, is the worst our team has been in a while. I kind of figured it would play out where we kind of fall off in the final year, but we're still not bad. I mean, we're still probably close to the highest overall team in the league. We'll check in a second, but yeah, 93 offense, 89 defense, still really good overall. And I'm still undecided on who I want to start. So Ginn has X Factor. I wish I started him last year, but I don't know how I was supposed to know that. See, I get why hidden dev is a thing, but in real life, some teams start players that are worse than others just because they know the players that they want to start have higher upside. You know what I'm trying to say? So they want to get them development and that kind of stuff. That's the only reason I don't like hidden dev sometimes is because, like, you know, the point of it is so you don't just start the guys that have the highest dev trait even though they're lower overalls. But in real life, sometimes teams start guys with the most potential, even if they're worse players than the guys that they have on the team. I guess I get why it's a thing, but Oh yeah, and here's what I did with the D-line. I moved Blackwell out to defensive end. He stays a 98 overall. He also has 99 finesse moves and 99 power moves. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I'm honestly surprised this defense is only an 89. I guess we don't have a great linebacker. We don't have a great safety, but I don't know. I'm surprised this group of players doesn't just completely carry. I guess it probably does, but I'm surprised it isn't a higher overall. Either way, though, y'all have seen the team enough, so let's get straight to the end of the final year, and we will see how the team finishes. Can't wait to miss... Could you imagine if we missed the playoffs in the final year? It wouldn't shock me. We definitely have some issues here, but we deserve to make the playoffs easily. We'll see. But okay, no, we thankfully did not miss the playoffs. We finished 12-5 in the final year. Cedric Simpson, 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, 10 picks. We'll check like career totals in a second because that'll be interesting. Chris Ginn, good year, only 873 yards, but 4.2 per carry and 14 touchdowns. We'll take it. Almost 1,500 yards for Leach. Again, we'll have to check his career totals. 15 touchdowns, 1,000 for Wilford, 8 touchdowns, almost 1,000 for Campbell as a rookie. We'll see what his dev trade is. Probably star, but I guess it could be better. We'll see. Not that it really matters because this is the last year, but we'll still check. And then the O-line actually did very well. The only guy I benched was Whitfield. I benched him for McFerrin, and he did a lot better, so we'll take that. And then Price, 131 tackles, TFLs, 13 for Noel, 12 for Blackwell, 10 for Walker, and sacks, 11.5 for Blackwell, we'll take it, 9 for Walker, 7.5 for Noel. Our pass rush was a little disappointing, but it was still good. And then picks, 3 for Pratt and Archer, 2 for Kirksey, and then 1 for a couple players. But MVP... Of course we get cucked in the final year. Purdy wins it, Cedric Simpson at 2. Awesome. At least Leach wins Offensive Player of the Year. I think that's a first, maybe. Simpson at number 5. Nobody up here for Defensive Player of the Year, but Campbell obviously wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. And nobody up here for Defensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't really have many defensive rookies. But let's check out some career totals here. So Simpson already 36,000 yards, 336 touchdowns, 77 picks. The running won't be that notable. But Leach already has 11,000 yards and 137 touchdowns. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you don't have injuries on too, but I mean, he's been a monster. Like, look at, he's never had less than 1,100 yards in a year. That's insane. That's like Mike Evans level consistency. Actually, probably better, but still. But I guess that was the most notable one. Also, Trayvon Walker has 106 sacks, 91.5 for Blackwell. I'm honestly surprised that isn't more. Noel, 45.5 picks, Archer, 26, 17 for Pratt. Definitely some interesting numbers, but all right. We did get a first round bye, surprisingly. We're coming off of a 49-21 loss against the Chargers, though, and we are going to be facing our division rival, the Denver Broncos, in the divisional, which, by the way, they're a 92. They're not bad. I do want to check, are we still the best at a 94? We might not be. No, or the Broncos are just really good. I guess that's what's happening. So yeah, they're one of the few 92s. I know sometimes when you're playing a team, it shows them as either a higher or lower overall than what they normally are. I don't know why that is, but I don't understand like anything in this game, so whatever. What else is new? But the Cowboys and Eagles are also 92s, so we are the highest overall team by 2 overall still. We'll take it. But all right, is this gonna be the end? Can we beat the Broncos? I guess we can't complain too much because we're only 2 overall better, but we still should win. Can we beat them? The answer is yes, we do. Don't know what the score was. 28-21. We'll take it. But now the Chargers, we're just going through the division. Are the Raiders still alive? No. Oh wait, I guess it is the conference championship. So no, never mind. I forgot we were the 1 seed. We had the best no, I guess we were second best with only 26 points per game. I mean, that's good, but I mean, we had 30 last year. Or was that last year or the year before? I don't know. But can we move on to the Super Bowl once again? Let's see if we can beat the Chargers here. At home, don't know. We don't. You hate to see it. But hey, I appreciate it if you've made it all the way here to the end of this video. Obviously a long one. I don't know how long this is gonna come out to be, but at least a couple hours. But again, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe. Again, sounds stupid, but it really helps out the channel. I would appreciate it. Let me know what team I should do a 10 or 20 year rebuild of, reluctantly. But thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.